All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, also known as America, also known as the kingdom of Edom upon this earth. The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. La Familia. All right? But before we do so, we want to give praise to the Most High and His Son in the true Hebrew. All right? Also known as the Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue. When I say Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amaf. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, you know, and shalom to you, Akim and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Welcome to our page. Today we're gonna go through a kind of light topic, you know, tweak the imagination a little bit. Where, you know, the scriptures speak about this fire-breathing dragon, not Esau the dragon, not Pharaoh the dragon, but Leviathan, all right? Leviathan that's out there in the ocean, you know? Also know they call it Godzilla, Kingzilla, King of the Lizards, all right? There are lessons on it many times before, but it seems like they're talking about it more recently with this Jurassic Park movie. Now, we know since Jurassic Park came out, when, like 2002 or something like that? 2003 or something, around that time? Yeah, when it first came out, they imprinted in our minds and in the school books that T-Rexes and these other dinosaurs, like the raptors, they looked a certain way, all right? Giant, big teeth, long nails, reptile skin. But really, if you understand the history of dinosaurs, and understand how Esau is the father of lies, you'll know that they've been lying to us even on that. All right, because the ancient dinosaurs, if you understand in the scriptures and in history, they didn't look like lizards. All right, you all right, man? What's up, brother? Keep going, bro. Okay, yeah, you definitely are. All right, so what it was, they actually had feathers, you know, if you understand the history of dinosaurs, all right? The scriptures speak about something called Leviathan. You know about that?
Oh, I know the scripture.
That don't matter. My grandparents, they ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. You know the Lord's name?
Oh, I know the Lord's name.
What's his name?
Jehovah, Yahweh.
That's two names.
That's two names. The Lord has two different names, right? No.
Why you mad, bro?
Oh, I'm not mad. Keep going, bro.
All right, it's a nice day out here.
It's a beautiful day.
It's beautiful out here today.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, relax. You reading the book.
Yeah, I'm reading the book.
Like, so now we're gonna get into it. We're gonna break down what they don't bring out in the churches, all right? Because you know the Lord said His Spirit doesn't dwell in them churches today. You know the churches today, they're nothing but full of wickedness. You know, my grandparents, you know, we grew up in that. You know, our families most likely had churches. If you go back to your grandparents, you know what I'm saying? They most likely had churches. My grandfather had a church up in Connecticut, all right, and down here in St. Augustine. But that don't matter. They were still going on. You feel what I'm saying? So now, us today, we're stuck with the lies that they taught us. They taught us that the Lord looked like that. Sometimes they didn't. They just say it don't matter. But according to the scriptures, it tells us it does matter. So all right, let's get it. Revelations, let's get off track a little bit, just real fast. All right? Yes, right. See?
I'll pray for you.
No, don't pray for me, man. Don't pray for me. Just leave us the hell alone. Let's get back to what we was doing. All right, just leave us alone next time, man. Just keep on strolling. All right, let's get back to where we was. So now, Leviathan, all right? Yeah, man, it's cool. But Leviathan is spoken of in the scriptures, all right? And they lied to us in these movies, just like they did with E.T., you know, Steven Spielberg. I think that was Steven Spielberg, too.
Yeah.
So this dude was full of lies. Damn, man. And he was just creating all these images, man, you know, putting them in our mind with what they call television, telling us the vision that they want us to see. And the time during the movies, after the Great Depression, they started coming out with movies to distract everybody from the Great Depression. All right? So it was something to grab the minds of people. That's what movies represent. Go ahead, brother.
This is John chapter 4, verse 22. Ye worship, ye know not what, but we know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews.
Right, man. So he's basically a Gentile, you know? He's in that American state of mind. So we know who we worship. We know that salvation is for the children of Israel. And he doesn't know that clearly. So why even argue with him? You know? And that's just it, man. The Lord said, cast not thy pearls before swine. So he's not worth it. Go ahead, brother.
But the hour cometh, and now is when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him.
Right. So the Lord is not looking for fools like that, effeminate men like that. All right. Walking around reading the Edomite book. You know, he's talking about the Bible, but don't have a Bible in his hand. All right. Bringing up his daddy at church. Who cares about that, man? You know what I mean? It's about what you're doing. What are you doing? So anyway, moving on. You got a precept? Yeah, because we know who we worship. And that old song is played out from them churches, man. Nobody want to hear that no more. These churches washed up. People leaving them churches now. You know, that's why he's so hurt. He looked hurt. I just really wanted to know, like, brother, what? You all right? Get him a water or something.
It's a beautiful day. Yes, it's a lovely day.
It's a lovely day. Like, damn, bro, you tight.
Hey, have a good day. You have a good day.
He was vexed, man. All right, go ahead. Okay.
This is Acts chapter 4, verse 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
Right, man. So there's no other name that you can call on, man. These damn churches, they still lost in the sauce. And you seen this fool, he called out two names, and they were both wrong. He said he had two names. His face started quaking with them demons on him. You see that? So he calling on two names, man. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. All right, so it's not even worth dealing with a fool like that. Somebody got precept back in? Go ahead. We can go flow real quick.
All right, it's the book of St. John, chapter 17 and verse 6. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word.
Right, so the Lord, these people here don't belong to the Lord, man. They're not part of Yahweh Shai's pastor, the shepherd, the great shepherd. All right? They're not following the Lord. So why even bring up these churches? The Lord said his spirit don't dwell there in these damn churches. Everybody can see it. The church is selling people out, especially with the whole lockdown situation. They were the main ones saying, line up to get what? What you think they're going to go to next real soon? The MOTB. They're going to be right there opening their doors for it, ready to sell you out. The same ones that talk about faith. There's no faith in them damn churches. The Lord said his spirit is about faith. His spirit is the spirit of prophecy. You don't see none of that in them damn churches. You don't see none of that on IUIC page either. Deacon asshole called Asaph. He a goddamn demon. I looked through your page all night. I ain't seen no prophecy on there. All morning since you fucked up. Yep, go ahead.
This is Acts.
Oh, my bad. Real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. 66, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool.
That's right, man. The heaven is his throne, man. So the Most High is ruling from the heavens. All right, and he inhabits eternity. Somebody get that Isaiah 57 real quick.
57.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna go there with you so I can see if I can find it.
I get it.
You got it?
57.
It's 57 and right here, verse 15.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah.
Right. Somebody get Proverbs 1. And don't lose your spot. Okay. Proverbs 1 real quick. Go ahead.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah,
Proverbs 1.
chapter 57, and verse 15.
Yeah, 15.
Verse 15. For thus saith saith the high and lofty.
Yeah, the high and lofty one. That's the Most High. The high and lofty. That's what it says.
For thus saith the high and lofty, one that inhabit.
No, the high and lofty one.
Thus saith the high and the lofty, one that inhabit.
No, the high and lofty one that inhabited. Yep.
For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabit eternity.
Yeah, see that? So the high and lofty one, he inhabits into eternity. You see that? So he's ruling from the heavens. All right, go ahead.
Whose name is holy.
So his name is what? His name is holy, man, set apart. All right. So this not having two names. Okay, he got one name, Yahweh. His son named Yahweh. Go ahead, brother.
I dwell in the high in holy place.
That's right, man. So the Most High dwells there, man. He dwells in the high and holy place, not in your damn churches.
I got an interjection.
Go ahead, Doc.
This Acts chapter 17, verse 24. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Lord of heaven and earth, dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
There you go, man. So we try to explain that to this, nincompoop, and this is what we got, So hey, try to catch the pearl before the swine, they'll turn and rent you. They hate you for it, man. It might become your enemy because I tell you the truth. All right, that the Most High is high and lofty, and you got to respect him and respect his name. And he made his name holy in the earth, set apart, separate, dividing his name, especially with Moses. He told him what his name is, and we're going to tell him but Moses should tell the generation beyond him. All right, what his name should be. That was it on that.
So you want to go back to
Is that
Isaiah?
Proverbs 1? No, I'm not saying that was it on that.
I got a little bit more.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 25. Neither is worship with man's hands
There you go.
as though he needed anything, seeing he giveth to all the life and breath and all things.
Right, man. So that's what they try to do. They follow the work of their own hands. All right. They built their own churches. They created their own law, and they follow their own ways. They're not following the Lord in these churches, man. You gotta come out of them churches. Okay. The Most High's true name is Yahweh. His son name Yahweh Shai. And these churches, they all about money. 501c3 charter. That's right. All right. Go ahead. Oh, that was it on that?
Isaiah.
No, I'm good on that. We'll go right back to it. Go ahead, bro. Precept. Somebody read.
This is Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. Let them be alone. They be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
That's right, man. So if you follow after the blind, it was something else I wanted to see on there, but it's cool. I can't really read it right now. But yeah, if you follow the blind, then you're gonna fall into the ditch, and the ditch is prepared by Esau. So if you led by the blind, these are the damn blind musketeers that's leading everybody, basically being the puppets for the demons behind the scene called the elite bankers. They're running the scene, man. They're running the show. So these the puppet master, and these the puppets. All right. So blind leaders of the blind, man, and that's what they set up to do, to deceive the ones that are stuck in darkness, that are still in darkness, man, groping on the wall like in the days of darkness. All right, let's keep going. Any more precepts? Let's bring these up. Go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse
real
7.
quick, can I get Proverbs 1 and 2 and 4 so we can get off this topic real quick?
Proverbs
Yeah,
chapter
let's
2,
take
verse
your
4.
point, I think.
If thou seekest her as silver,
Psalms.
Psalm, okay.
Psalms 2 and 4.
Psalms 2 and 4.
Yeah. Real quick.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it. This is Psalms chapter 2, verse 4. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision.
That's right, man. So the Most High is the one sitting in heaven, and he inhabits eternity. See that? Once you step out of this body, you're basically in the spirit realm. You're in eternity. All right, he inhabits that. So in the kingdom, we're going to be a part of that. We're going to be part of eternity. All right, basically in the present. Okay, so he's sitting in the heavens. He's going to laugh, and he's going to have these people in derision and have them to be led into temptation. They're going to be led into the ditch. Okay, and that's what this guy needs. He's trying to have a blessed day. Well, he had to explain to me what a blessed day is first. What is a blessed day? Because we're looking for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's blessing. To be blessed means to be favored. All right. So, any more precepts? Let's bring up. It's cool. We can run through real quick before we move on with the topic. No,
I got
you
one.
have one, right? Come on, launch them off.
This is Amos chapter 3,
One more.
verse 7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Right, because he said, the Most High said it. Shall you not know what he's about to do? Because he's going to let you know. Why? Through his prophets. But guess who got to know it first? The prophets. He's going to let the prophets know so they can prophesy. You see that? So the Most High said he's not going to do anything, but he's going to send his secret to his servants, the prophets, man. Not to these damn devils. All right, they're gonna be caught out there leading their church right into the destruction with this guy here, hopefully. The one that was bugging.
Interjection.
All right, go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he shall say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved?
Right, because you're supposed to be watching. And this guy, he clearly not watching, man. All right? So the Lord said we're supposed to be watching and waiting for what the Lord is going to say, what, from the scriptures. That's what we get our reproval from, and from the men of the Lord. All right? And you can't get it from there. You can't get reproved. You can't get corrected in these churches. They got that whole spirit of do as thou wilt. Come as you are. All right? Take me as I am. I don't have much to bring. Go ahead,
This is the book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 1. Put them in mind to be subject to principalities and powers, to obey magistrates, to be ready to every good work, to speak evil of no man, to be no brawlers, but gentle, showing all meekness unto all men. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another. But after that, the kindness and love of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, our Savior, toward man appeared.
Ooh. Right. Con, you want to speak on that? A few points, a lot of points on that. You sure? All right. So basically, man, the Lord requires us to be what? Perfect. The Lord is requiring perfection. He's requiring us to get in order. All right. And that's not what these churches want to do. And that's not what people like him that God want to do. They want to be unruly. They want to hate their brother. All right. And they matter of fact, there you go right there. Yep. He might come around and walk back through the kitchen again. Because he's missing the opportunity that the Lord is presenting. You know, he doesn't understand that the Most High sent the light in the midst of darkness, man. And his name is Yahushua. All right, he's missing that. All right. Go ahead, brother. That was pretty much the point on that, right? All right.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul.
That's right, because the scriptures say what? Every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account for in the day of judgment. That's when you're going to have to reckon for it. All right, the Lord is taking the tally of that, and the angels documented it. Go ahead. Go ahead, interjection.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that man shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment.
There you go, man. That count. The Lord gonna pull up that tally like, oh, I remember. What's today, y'all? On July 2nd, 2022 in Babylon. You walked up to the brothers and you said you threw some shit out your mouth
At approximately 1:45 p.m.
Yeah, yeah, and they gonna get slaughtered for that. Go ahead, brother.
For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Right, man. That was like one of them pictures of them people we putting up with the clouds. They look like a chariot.
Oh yeah,
you know the big joints.
God.
I ain't saying it is, but you know, they were saying, "Oh, look at that chariot." But that's right. By thy words thou shalt be condemned, because that's what this is about. All right, we're in the time of testimony, man. And the Lord is making a shift. He's pushing some to the left for judgment, and he's pulling some to the right, man. All right. That's why he said, keep thy foot when you come into the house of the Lord, because you can get judged, man. Okay, that's what we call the lions then over here. Go ahead.
This is
yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No,
you good.
This is the book of Proverbs 18, verse 7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul.
Right. That's why you're supposed to what? You're supposed to learn before thou speak. It's a scripture that say that. All right. Study before you reprove as well. You know, don't just jump out there and you know, well, he ain't really say too much. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him that. He just he said the wrong
combative spirit.
Yeah. You gotta give him that.
Like, he wanted you to say something to him so he could just do what he just did.
Yeah, that's that. He said you dwell upon among scorpions.
Yeah.
And he said, what is that? Jeremiah, that looks. Look at that one. Yep. Go ahead, brother. Let's get that about their looks. They'll be right on time. Go ahead. No, you good.
Oh, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Right, man. So the works of the ungodly are being declared because they were ungodly 2,000 years ago. And the works that the brothers did 2,000 years ago, the prophets, the disciples, you know, the saints that died for this truth, they're back here today, and it's manifest what side they're on. And then you got the scoffers and the mockers, and it's manifest what side they're on. Let me get that scripture. Jeremiah.
Jeremiah?
Yeah. Forehead hard against their forehead.
I got it. This is the book of Ezekiel 3 and 8.
That's Ezekiel.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their forehead.
Right, so we just as hard-headed, right? But we on the right side of the fence. You see that? Go ahead.
As an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks.
Right, so basically we ram heads, they're gonna lose.
Uh-huh.
All right, the Lord saying he made us forward tough. Wait, somebody don't like forward. Who was that?
No.
All right, y'all good. Forward good?
No.
No, it's not good. Oh, Chevy's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So he
Like a rock. Chevy's like a rock.
like a rock. Y'all too, man. All right, go ahead, bro.
Though they be a rebellious house. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, and hear with thine ears, and go get thee to them of the captivity.
Right, man. So that, yep. We hear this word, we come out here and teach, man, to any ears that are willing to receive it, and any eyes that are willing to see what we're trying to get them to see. All right. So yep, and that's just it. You're gonna run into some bad apples sometimes. You know, go ahead.
Unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them. Tell them, thus saith the Lord, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
Right, because they hear you talking about chariots and UFOs and Godzilla, Leviathan, World War III, us ruling in the kingdom. They can't vision that. They can't fathom that. They only going off what Biden and the churches tell them. You know, Bill Gates, they follow that. They follow what social media tell them. You know, but they ain't looking for. They're not looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord and also a new kingdom. All right. Go ahead. There was any more on that? What it says? Scorpions. He said, "Don't be afraid of their looks."
What was it? I got a precept.
Go ahead.
All right.
I think we read that up further up.
Yeah, I need that one again.
You want me to bring it out or just wait on that?
I need that one more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it? Ezekiel what?
2 and 6.
2 and 6?
Yep.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 2, verse 6. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Through briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions.
Right, man. So, yeah, man. So, briars and thorns. So, it's a lot in our way right now, you know? But he said, what? And you dwell among scorpions. What is that? Something that can hurt you. Hurtfuls with hurtful stings, man. You know, that's what Jake tried to do. They try to sting you with their poison.
God.
All right, so the Lord said we dwell among scorpions. That's why they got that anger towards it. And the Lord said what? He that hated you, hated me before they hated you? Something like that? All right, go ahead, keep going.
John 17, I think.
That same verse, I mean.
Kind. And thou dost dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks.
Right, so yeah, they're gonna give you some ill looks from time to time, man. It come with the territory, you know. Don't take it personal. You know, a lot of people have insecurities, you know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is. All right,
I got
could be demented, had a fucked up childhood. Go on.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. All right, thank you.
It's John chapter 17, verse 14.
Yep.
I have given them thy word, and the world hated them because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Right, so if you feel any hate towards you, it's not you. You know, if you was of the world, they would love you. You know, if we were talking about hooping or doing something up here, some raffle and giving out food like the churches, they'd be all over it.
God.
You know, but he said what? He said we're not of the world. So of course, man, the darkness is gonna hate the light.
Oh, you want? Okay, I got some.
Mm-hmm.
This is John chapter 3, verse 19. It says, "And this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil."
Right. So now the Lord said, "Yo, he's out of this world, and now he's sending us into the world. So they're gonna hate us now, because we represent that light." You know, who is she waving to?
Huh?
All right. So you know, so we represent that light that's being sent into the world now, and that light is Yahushua, like the brother Thanyalo was reading. The light is this truth, and they hate the truth, man. You see that? They love darkness more than they love light. That's why they love these churches. Go ahead, brother.
This is book of 2 Chronicles 13 and 12. "And behold, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai himself is with us for a captain, and his priests with sounding trumpet to cry alarm against you.
Right,
all
so-
children of Israel, fight ye not against the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai of your father."
Right. Because when you come against this truth, you're basically fighting against the Lord. All right. And the Lord said, what? What did he say to Paul? He said, "Can't you see it's hard to kick against the pricks? You're hurting yourself." Go ahead. Out.
"For ye should not prosper."
That's right, man. You're not going to prosper. You know. And you know, it's not a target towards him. It's just towards that spirit. You know. And that spirit is not going to prosper. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. See, you know, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and Esau played off of that and helped further their affliction. All right, precept. Let's run it.
This is Jeremiah 17 and 5. "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm."
Right, because they're still under the curses, man. Now, you know, they want to stay under them damn curses, and we try and get from under them. They want to stay under the curses, man. So they curse. That maketh flesh their arm, man. Trusting in man, worshiping a damn Edomite devil named Cesare Borgia. You know, and these Muslims, they worship in Muhammad.
They worship the rock, really.
Yeah, but they worship Muhammad too. And what's his name? Elijah Muhammad. They call him God, man.
God.
So they worship him, you know. Buddha, they worship in another man. All right. Oh, Selassie. All right. So they worship in the creation and not the creator.
And the crazy part was Selassie, he ain't even Ethiopian.
Right.
He's a
Elamite. Elam.
Yeah, Elam. Yeah.
Yeah, he one of them. Cookie more deep. He one of those people. Hey, look,
Abu.
Abu, yeah, Abu, yeah.
After this, after that, he Persian.
Yeah, he was damn Persian and shit. Iranian.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's keep going. We can run these in. We get back to the topic.
This is Luke chapter 10, verse 16. "He that heareth you, heareth me, and he that despiseth you, despiseth me, and he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me."
Right, so you got to have ears to hear and eyes to see, but that comes from the Lord too. See, us seeing that, we just know that the Lord rejected them. That's the point. All right, it's nothing personal. When we see that the Lord rejected this guy, you know? All right, he said what? Read that again. Oh, those that hear us, right? He said what? He said eyes that they should not see and ears that they cannot hear until this day. That's from the Lord.
All right, this is Luke 10 and 16. It says, "He that heareth you, heareth me, and he that despiseth you, despiseth me, and he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me."
Right, so they already have that ill will in their spirit towards Yahushua, man, the spirit of truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear about their responsibility, that they got to grow their beard, that they got to stop eating pork, stop eating shrimp. They got to keep the laws to the best of their ability, that they got to actually do some research and hate not laborers' work. You know, they got to change their ways, man. And they know that. They know what's up out here. They know it's in the Bible. You know, they just don't want to do it or know how to. Because how can they be taught? Somebody know that's that? Except they be sent. That's right, man. Yep, they got itching ears. That's what they got in these churches. Itching ears, man.
Romans
I hear you too.
chapter 10, verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
See that? And that's what these idiots going to these churches to do, right? They want to be saved, you know? But to be saved, you got to do it correctly.
God.
All right, read that again. He said, those that what?
It says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Right, man. He said his name is one, and he's one Lord. That's it. You know, so his name is Yahweh, his son named Yahushua. And you got to be set up to call on him in sincerity and in truth. Because you got some fake prophets calling on the name of the Lord too, man. All right, like ISUPK. They're calling the Lord's name, but teaching false doctrine. HODC, they're calling the Lord's name, but they're teaching false doctrine. You know, Sakari, they calling on the Lord's name, but got 1 foot in the world, 1 foot out. God. It's like, damn, you a gang or not? Shit, I'm confused. All right.
It says,
yeah, go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 14, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?
Right, so how they going to even call on him if they don't even believe in the Lord for one? You know, especially if you into Islam and Buddhists and atheists, you damn sure gonna have a struggle. But if you're into the scriptures, if you're in these churches, you're gonna have a struggle as well, man, because that's that false doctrine. And that doctrine be heavy, boy. That false doctrine be heavy on these people. They be having them down in the headlock.
For real.
You know? Do I read that again, brother?
It says, verse 14, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?
Right, so they got first. He's back again. Get it? Huh? I am, man. I feel like a replay or something. It's like a glitch in the matrix.
Oh yeah. You know, you see people again and again.
Again and again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm learning over time. Life's like a play. You know, you see the characters, you see the actors, and you just walk around. And eventually, you all play your parts. And
Everybody play their part, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. Let's play this part. Go ahead.
All right, it says, this Romans 10 and 14, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?
See, first you got to believe in the Lord first, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, go ahead.
And how shall they believe in him in whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?
You got to hear about him first. How are you going to hear it? You got to hear from your preacher. But you said, I am the preacher. I'm preaching to you. How you supposed to reach the Lord?
Yeah.
Let's get Revelations 1 and 3.
I don't want Revelations, bro.
Nope.
Preacher, you're only supposed to read it. Right? Tell me what that means. I'm coming to you.
I'm
How am I supposed to reach God?
Out of the scriptures, bro.
Huh? I know the scripture. I used to read the scriptures my whole life. Yeah. My father used to punish me with the scripture.
Oh, for real? You know
right?
the scriptures?
I know the scriptures,
you know
bro.
the scriptures.
Right? I know the general themes of the scriptures. Okay,
okay, I got you. That's right? The whole thing.
I don't know word for word, no.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? But I know the general themes. We're being honest here,
yeah,
right? We're having a human conversation. I want you to reach me as a human being. I'm a lost soul. Talk to me.
That's deep. All right, cool. Well, the Most High's true name is Yahweh. And his son
I know that.
You know his name, Yahweh?
Yeah, I know Jehovah. I know Yahweh. It's not Yahweh, it's Yahweh.
No.
Right?
No.
Yes, it's Yahweh. Okay?
Okay.
Yahweh comes from the Old
Where's
Testament.
Where's your proof?
Where's my proof?
That is Yahweh.
It's in the book. It's how they pronounce it. It's Yahweh.
In the Bible.
In the Bible, yes.
That's not in there, bro.
It is not?
No. It's not.
Where isn't it in the Bible?
So, I'm going to tell you the Lord's name again. What you're talking is Yiddish. That's not true Hebrew. All right, it's called Yiddish. It's called Jewish. Yiddish language, all right, pertaining to, so not a real language. It's a gumbo of Slavic and German languages. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what you want to go back to the ancient Hebrew, which is called Paleo Lashawan Kodash Hebrew. That's what we speak. All right, that goes back to 3rd century BC, all of that. And we got proof. You can even find it on the
I don't want to hear about the past. I want to hear about reaching God, bro.
If you don't know the past, you won't know where you're going.
No, bro. You're supposed to make it simple for
I don't
me,
have
right?
to do nothing.
Yes, you do. You're a preacher, bro. You're trying to lead a flock.
Nope.
You're trying to guide these people to God's light.
You're not a
right?
flock. You're not part of this flock, bro.
That's how you grow a flock, bro. You go to lost souls,
keep trying
right? And you talk to them, and you look each and every one of them in the eye.
That don't matter.
And you say,
that don't matter.
Hey,
that tough guy shit don't matter.
No, this ain't tough guy shit. I'm not talking about that. How you gonna look a human being in the eye,
we don't
right?
care about
It's
pain,
not a, no, it's not. not about pain.
So let's keep
It's
going.
about love. How can I see you as a human being? How can I look at you?
What
and say
does
you're my
human,
brother?
what does human mean? Now, what does human mean?
Human
Now, you
means
get
two
closer you
different
want. I
things.
don't
Oh.
care today. No, he can
No,
do
I'm
it.
not
I'm not
afraid.
worrying
I'm
about
just trying to
nothing.
communicate with
I'm
people.
not worrying about that.
Right? So I'm a lost soul. I'm difficult.
So look,
I'm
man.
hard to communicate with me. Right? Please,
That's
I'm
fair
struggling
enough. That's
here.
fair enough.
I'm being honest with you. Be honest with me, bro. You go ahead, bro.
That's what I want to do. I want to continue on with the scripture.
I don't want to hear scriptures, bro. I've heard scriptures all my life.
You gonna learn, bro.
I am learning, bro.
You gotta humble yourself. You gotta humble yourself.
I'm humbling myself. Okay, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1.
Yep.
It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
So you gotta be more ready to hear than to just woo, 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 woo. You feel me?
I'm listening.
That's why you got 2 ears, 1 mouth. You know what I mean? You know, my dad told me that all the time, man. You keep eyes open, ears open, mouth closed, you just learn everything.
Okay.
That's how I learned so much. I'm just saying. So now let's get to it. Revelations 1 and 3. That's what I want. Go ahead, bro.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
Right. What time is at hand? That's the point. We got to warn our people of the time that's at hand. What's at hand? World War III, the time of salvation. All right.
That's not how you reach people, bro.
I'm reading
these
these
people.
What's
with
the spirit of
messages
prophecy?
doom and gloom,
Spirit of truth.
right? You don't look at another human being in the eye and say the world's about to end.
Yeah, it
What
is.
you have
You don't
to do
like
is
that,
know.
though. You
No,
don't like
it's
that.
not about the end.
You
The
don't
world
like
keeps
that.
turning and
Design
turning
you
and
never
turning.
heard?
We could all die today and the world will end, right?
Yeah,
Or
no.
it's not going to end. It's going to keep going, right? You'll die and get buried in the dirt, and everybody will forget your name.
Well, the earth is gonna
Our
be here forever.
experience right now, in this second, is over like that. In the
Yeah,
face
well,
of
the earth
universe.
is gonna be here forever.
The earth is going to be here
All
forever.
right. Yeah, the earth gonna be
Right.
here forever. You understand? But this
Go
ruler.
ahead, bro.
No, he ain't gonna. But the
Nah,
ruler,
please, bro. I want to hear you speak.
No. Anyway, I talk to
You
the
don't want to
camera.
let your own flock speak?
Bruh.
You don't want to let the
Hey, my man.
say
Bro.
their message?
Bro, you don't run nothing up here, man, and it ain't gonna work. I'm just letting you know.
No, I'm not trying.
None of that
I'm
shit
trying
gonna
to
work.
get, I'm
Whatever
not trying
you
to do
doing.
anything.
I'm just
trying
letting
to
you
get
know,
some
though.
information out of you, bro.
That skullduggery ain't gonna work up here.
Skullduggery.
Skullduggery.
You call it skullduggery when I
This is
ask you
2 Peter
questions?
chapter 3,
playing games though.
I'm
Come
not
on.
playing games. Please go ahead.
verse
playing
12.
game.
Looking forward and hasting until the coming of the day of Yahushua,
Right.
wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
So is there righteousness on the earth right now?
No, there's not.
So we're
there's
looking-
a lot of evil people on the earth right now.
Right.
There's a lot of deceivers on the
So
earth.
we're looking.
A lot of false prophets.
See, look,
you
look.
said.
See that?
I'm not paying attention.
You need to. You gotta pay attention to the sounds around you. He's
I'm
going about like
listening.
this.
No. Keep
See?
going, bro.
So now, we're looking for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. You said the opposite of that. You said this is going to keep going. Not the,
The earth is going to keep
the earth.
going.
Yeah, the scripture say that. It say the earth is going to abide forever. But who's going to rule on that earth? What did the Lord say in Daniel? He said what? He ruleth in the kingdom of men. Somebody knows that?
Daniel 4:17. Somebody beat me to it.
Right, real quick. I like we up here to let the scripture speak. You know what I mean? Not my opinion. It don't matter. I ain't
That's
nobody.
what Joel Osteen do. TD
That's what they do. Yeah.
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17.
Right.
It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth
Humans.
in the kingdom of men,
That he made.
and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the beast of men.
Basis.
Slack it.
Say that. So the Lord
Basis.
rules in the kingdom of men, and he gives it to whomsoever he will. You understand? Or are we playing a tough game here?
No, we're not playing a tough game.
All right. I mean,
Right, I'm not staring at you.
Yeah,
Look,
hey,
I like watching.
Listen, I'm
people.
from Philadelphia. I
figure it's the way-
read body language like
I read
crazy.
body language too,
That's
bro.
the first rule in conversation is body language.
I know.
So you got
Right.
a choice. You know what I mean?
What choice, bro? I'm standing here. I'm trying to look at you as a human being and understand you.
I'm looking
I
at
have
you as
a
human
very
being, too.
difficult person. I have a
No, you don't, man. You ain't got no difficult personality, bro. You cool.
I'm trying to be cool right now.
You just not acting like you cool.
I'm trying to be very cool right now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get taught, bro. I'm being honest here. This
I
is
got
me opening up my soul and
Yeah.
being very vulnerable where otherwise I wouldn't, right? So I want you to reach me to the best of your
Try it,
ability.
yeah, we can try it, but it gotta be this. Romans 11:7. So we can try it, but it's not
Let's
up to
try
us,
it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro.
We out here to wake up the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
I'm not talking about that racial stuff. I'm talking about
Man, this
me
is
as a
part of the
human being.
message.
Romans 11:7.
No, it's cool.
Right.
It's cool. This is part of the message. You feel me? I'm just trying to share it with you so you know what we're about.
Okay.
We're out here to wake up the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans because we're the ones that went into slavery, right? So now, do we all look the same? No, we don't know who's black, who's not today. So it's not about that. That's what I'm trying to show you. It's not about color like the Black Panthers. But we do care about the seed that came from Abraham, right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, remember that?
Yeah.
He said his seed was going to be as the sand of the sea. So we care about that and the promise for those people. Remember that? Jacob and Esau, the blessing fell on who? Jacob, right? Jacob's name was changed to Israel. This stuff matters. That's why I went there to the chart. You feel me? So that way you'll know. You know what I mean? So that's our message. We are here to wake up those people. Now, are we going to get everybody? No. We are here to wake up 144,000 men from the 12 tribes of Israel. 144,000 going to wake up to this truth and reestablish the government of the Lord. Now, we're going to establish it by coming together like the Black Panthers and killing everybody? No. We're going to establish it through the Spirit. Remember that? He told Peter, I'll make you a fisher of men. Remember that? So that's what we're out here doing. We are here to cast the line out, and whoever gets it of our people is going to wake up to the truth. The truth. Not just anything like saying Yahweh, Jehovah at the same time. You got to have a specific name, because if something happens to us, we want to know that you'll be able to call on the Lord. We want to know that you'll be able to call on the Lord's true name.
So if the Lord's the Lord, if the Lord can see everything on earth and all through reality, what does it matter what name you call him?
Why wouldn't it matter?
No, if I'm God, if I'm creator of the universe, if I've brought all of existence into being, do you think if I care the animals on this shitty little rock I built call me Yahweh or something, there's probably billions of other animals in the night sky, okay, that are reaching out to me, praying for me. So what does it matter what name I call them?
But he didn't give them what he gave us. He gave us cognitive thinking, speaking.
You think we're the only things we can think?
They're not speaking. They're not calling on his name.
How do you know?
They're not, man. It's
you just assume.
But he said he's a jealous.
What about dolphins? Dolphins have brains just as big as ours. They have a prefrontal cortex just as big as ours.
Yeah,
they have sound,
I agree.
They have languages. They have music.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So you told me dolphins?
But they cannot call on his name in the Hebrew.
Do you speak dolphin?
Bro,
maybe they call him.
There you go.
Right? They call him Dolphin God. You don't fucking know.
I got a question real quick.
Wait, I want to say one point. He's a jealous God. That's your answer. He's a jealous God.
I feel like God isn't a jealous God. He's a loving God.
You know what jealousy means?
I know what jealousy means. I felt jealousy.
Then he said he's not going to share. He's not going to share that with anybody. So he wants his praise.
If he's God, if he's created the universe, if he can spawn us into being, why does he need to be jealous? Right?
May I ask you your name?
I'm Steven. Nice to meet you, bro. What's your name?
My name is Kanak.
Kanak.
All right, so if I were to call you Brian, are you going to answer me?
No. Okay, that's fair.
Fair, bro.
That's fair. Okay.
It just matters.
It's really basic. And I will say this. I understand that you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position, but also with vulnerability like this, if you're not really opening yourself up, some insecurity can be involved. And that's what you're trying, not calling you insecure, but you're kind of displaying that standoffish emotion with your demeanor. And I understand you're opening up, but you got to look at yourself in the mirror a little bit and see how you could be coming across.
Yes.
Kind of open up your mind to that. You get what I'm saying?
I completely understand. I'm coming across very aggressive.
Right.
Verbally,
that's not,
verbally, not physically, man. You chilling, man. You know.
Right. That's not my intention.
Everybody calls us aggressive. Like, we say anything. Like, can you calm down? Yeah. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's cool. I ain't worried about that. But
real quick, just for your point, real quick, Isaiah 34:16.
It's Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. All right. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate, for my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them.
So basically, that's what's going to bring us together. The first scripture that the elder tried to bring out was, blessed is he that readeth, and those that understand the words of his prophecy, because the times at hand. And those times at hand are what he was saying: World War III, famine, the MOTB, something that the new monetary system of money. We can't go into depth of it because they'll shut our page down. These are the things that they're trying to hide from the normal public, that we're trying to reach out to the people and gather the ones that want to believe back to the fold. All right. So now he said, seek out of the book and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want to make. Ain't none of these prophecies that he's speaking about are going to fail. All of them are going to come to pass, whether you want to believe or whether you don't want to believe. But within that, he set his men up out there to be on the highways and byways, just like how we are, to speak and bring those in that are willing to listen to the ear, because the spirit of the Lord, of the spirit of prophecy, that's what's going to bring us together.
That's right. Nothing else. Nothing else. All right. Go ahead. Let's run them real quick.
This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Right. If these people in the churches of darkness, man. All these people that got these churches in America, they set up to deceive our people, man. You know, TD Jakes, him too. You know, I heard him out of his own mouth say, I'm in the Jesus selling business. And it's like, bro, that's not what this is about. You know, we don't want no money from you. We want to get the heck out of here. We want salvation. We want what the slaves originally wanted that our people forgot, freedom. You see that? We want the real freedom though, you know? Not freedom to be wicked. Free. I'm free now. I could dye my hair blonde. I'm free now. Now I could be a, you know, I can't say it on the camera, but you know what I'm saying? So free to kill my brother now. I'm free. I can walk around with this chopper. Look at me. I'm free. That's not freedom. That's an even worse bondage on our people mentally. All right, a curse. Go ahead. Let's run these real quick.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 11, and verse 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Yahushua HaMashiach. For if he that cometh preacheth another God, whom we have not preached, or if he received another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him.
Right.
That's what the majority, 2/3 of our people are doing. They're bearing with the philosophies in the wine, all right, which is the women that the scriptures are speaking about, these other philosophies, these other wayward doctrines, these other ways of life. Our people cling on that, all right, from the heathen, all right, particularly the so-called Caucasian race. They rather cling on that to their true heritage, their true
Caucasian race,
their true nationality. All right, the true
why?
Caucasian race.
Yeah.
Why not?
But don't you see what you're doing? You're just flipping the script. You're spreading hate back. They did us wrong, so we got to do them wrong too.
Well, did they hate us for the right reason?
It doesn't matter. People come up with any reason to hate you. If they want to hate, they gonna hate. Hate is an irrational emotion, right? It has no basis and no foundation in the things we're doing. If I look at you and I'm deeply selfish and I feel like punishing you will make me feel better and I can hate you and justify that, I'll do whatever it takes. Well, I'll find any justification.
You said hate is like it has no basis. What did you just say?
It has no basis in rationality.
Well, you just said the basis of the rationality of that your hate because of your selfishness.
Yeah.
You chose because that's the root of it, your selfishness. So there's a root to hate. And the elders just asked you, did they hate us for the right reasons? Did they hate us for the right reason? No, they hated us because of who we are.
Right.
They were chosen to hate us.
Yeah, they hated us for greed, you know, they hate us for envy. See, we don't hate them. We hate them because of the wickedness they've done. You know what I'm saying? In the past, when we look at the past, we see our forefathers lynched and killed and murdered. We hate that. You see what I'm saying? So we got a right to hate them and hate wickedness. So we hate some of our people too. We don't hate them in the body. We hate
the deeds,
the spirit. Yeah, the spirit.
The actions.
The actions too. The actions too. So we hate that. But are we really showing hate by that? No, we just out here teaching. We ain't hurt nobody. So now, did they hurt us?
Right now.
That's hate. You see the difference? You see the difference, man? That's the real hate. So now the Lord gonna let it. He said, "What? Isn't the God a balanced God?"
They did bad actions, or their grandfathers did bad actions.
That was a judgment,
right? Does that verify, or does that justify our hatred right now?
That justifies our testimony.
Grandfather did something wrong to my grandfather. Am I justified in my hatred of his son at this moment?
Justified in the testimony, yes. In the testimony, because this is court. He's the judge.
No, I don't believe you. I don't
cool. All right, cool. Zephaniah 3:8. But go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So, the Lord got a slaughter for their children, man, their descendants, whether we like it or not. See, what did the Lord do to the Egyptians? He raised them up against us, and then he judged them. Why? Because we're the apple of his eye. You see that? So the Lord will raise up nations against us, wicked nations, and then he'll have us judge them. You see that? He'll use us to get them on the righteous side. So now the Lord raised up Babylon against us. Who went against Babylon? Cyrus the Great.
Okay. All
right, 540 BC. They went in there and took down Babylon. You see that? So he raised up Cyrus to bring us back into the land of Israel around 538 BC. So had us come back and rebuild the temple. All right. So now he raised up the Greeks and the Romans against us, which are known today as Caucasian. The word Caucasian goes back to the term cave dweller. but we know their biblical name. Every nation on this earth had biblical names. You know what I mean? So we're going back to that. So when we say Esau or Edom, that's what this is about, man. Everything is about that. Jacob and Esau, the two children that came out of Rebekah's womb. All right? So that's what it's about.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written,
That's cool.
Jacob have I
preaching,
loved, but
I didn't hear his
Esau
message.
have I hated. So it shows that the Lord does hate. He loves Jacob, who is the apple of his eye, Israel, and he hates Esau, the wicked nation upon the face of the earth, the people that are in rulership of this world right now.
Yeah, we're supposed to hate what our father hates. You see that? But we gotta learn what he hates. We gotta learn what he hates first. And how do you do that? You gotta look into the ways of old and see what he destroyed. You see why did he destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? He said it's left because of the sin. We know the sin, you know, but he left it there as what? As an example. Come on, bro. So we gotta look into the ways of old and see what the Lord hated, and we supposed to try to get on that side before he brings that judgment real soon.
I got a precept for you, Quan.
Go ahead, brother.
This is
And then,
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand in the ways and see and ask for the old path. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your soul.
Right. So stand in the way, man. You got like you was doing. You walking, you know, you walking
Trying
around,
to find peace.
trying to find some peace.
Yeah.
Get away from the madness. But you found peace, and you know now you just gotta understand it, which is fair.
Peace is a journey, bro.
Yeah, it's a journey.
destination.
It's a journey.
But
Just like coming out of an egg is a journey. It's cracking the shell. You know, it's a process. So, all right, let's keep going. Did I miss anything on that?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
bro. I'm liking this shit.
Yeah, man. You know it is what it is. You know, if it's meant for you, you know.
Yeah, I'll see. But I won't know until I look.
You know what would be great though? I'm gonna say this. We're gonna move on. No offense to you. You know, the Lord said He made our foreheads hard against the others' foreheads. So imagine if somebody like real stuck in their ways, right? And then they realize the truth and they stuck in that way. Man, you'll be a problem. Nobody will be able to sway you, man.
Oh, I feel that.
You'll be a problem. You had the truth, you know.
Right. Oh, I've had to learn the truth the hard way. I've had to learn all the little lies people tell, all the misdirections, all the deceits they sell to you. People will look you in the eye and lie to you, bro. And it's the thing that broke my heart the fucking most, right? Having lies told to me while you look at me, man to man, eye to eye. It's straight up disrespectful.
I got a question.
Go ahead, bro.
How does it make you feel when they look at you in your eye and tell you you are African American?
I'm African. Hold on. It's not even that. My father and my mother are refugees from Liberia. They went from Liberia to Ghana when I was a little boy. They came to America when I was 5 years old. I didn't become a citizen until I was 18. Right. So when people say I'm African American, I like to make the joke I'm African-American.
Living in America.
Right. To Africans, the actual Africans, you guys aren't African Americans. You're Americans. If you go anywhere else in the world, you're not African Americans, you're Americans. You can be brown, you can be Asian, you can be black, you can be white. Once they hear you speak English with that accent, you're American. And I know this because my little cousin's in Japan. And you know what they think he is? American. And he knows he's not American. He's African.
Man. Yeah, them Africans know we ain't no damn Africans.
Right. Oh. But go ahead, man.
All right. So you're saying, that's basically saying that we didn't exist until we got to America.
You existed, bro. You were one thing.
That's the point. That's what we're trying to get back to, our heritage, and that's what we're teaching, right? When we came from Africa, our ancestors came from Africa. Where were they before then? They were in Israel during 70 AD.
Can you get that?
All right, when Israel was invaded by the Romans, we were scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth, and we migrated into Sierra Leone and the other parts of the western coast of Africa, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and that's why a lot of us were on. If you go to the Kingsley Plantation, and it has the names of the slaves on there, a lot of their last name was Igbo.
That's right. That's right.
From the Igbo tribe, and you know about them. You know where they're from, and they were the ones that migrated from Israel and seek refuge
Western Africa.
in Western Africa, and then through the same thing that happened to us in Egypt, we started to migrate and progress in that land, right? And as we migrated and progressed in that land, the African nations turned against us and sold us into slavery to the Grecians, to the Europeans. So now my sister went and studied medicine. She's a doctor. She went and studied medicine in Africa, but she thought, oh, I'm at the motherland, I'm at home. They said, get your ass up out of here because you are not African.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I dated a girl from Sudan.
Oh yeah.
And she said herself, she's like, I didn't know any of you guys were left. She knows the story of the Hebrews. She knows the story of the Israelites, how they migrated into Africa, and then because the Philistines, the northern African nations, the Hamites, they were our arch enemies at one point in time, and so we were bumping heads, and it carried all the way on when we scattered throughout the western coast of Africa. So we came over here on slave ships. That's why we're singing "Sweet Low Sweet Chariot" coming forth to carry me home. All right, we're singing about
Jordan,
the River Jordan, which is over there in Israel. So the true hatred that our people suffered, and they don't even realize how much this Edomite hates us. When you take a man, you said lies is the most way to show somebody that you hate them. They lied to us and told us that we're African, and erased all of our records, stating that we were Israelites.
These are liars right here. They lied and said the Lord looked like that. When the Lord looked like us, according to the Bible, if you read it,
man, I got a precept.
You know, so they the liars.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?"
There you go. Yeah, you can speak. You're good, right?
That goes into what the elder was bringing out with Daniel 4:17. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. When you look at it, you look at these individuals, when they put on a suit and tie, they're going to take over the world. They don't have that power. The Most High gave them that power. My grandmother told me, if you want to see the true nature and state of a man, put him in a position of power and see what he does. The Lord put them in a position of power, and all they did was spread lies throughout the four corners of the earth.
What they did with the earth, man.
That's all they did.
Yep, destroyed the earth. They're still destroying the earth. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And you represent that stranger.
Right.
Right now you're joining unto us and you're trying to cleave to the house of Jacob. And what the elder just said, the way you 10 toes down about whatever you believe in. And I can see that in your demeanor, not just your stature, but like looking beyond that, looking beyond the carnal realm and digging into your spirit. I could tell that you're an authoritative, you have a ruling class mentality to where you want to rule something, but it has to be the right thing in your mind. Right. And that's what you're trying to cleave onto right now. That's what the Lord is bringing you to.
It's called being a leader without a leader to follow. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. This is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right. And it's the word for Ham. You know who the Hamites are?
No.
All right. Ham was one of the sons of Noah that the Noah cursed. He said, "Cursed be Ham." And later on, they became the Canaanites. Later on, they became Matzazarim, which would be Mitzrayim, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Sudanese. You know what I mean? So Cushites, the sons of Ham.
Okay.
All right. Now we come through Shem. It was Ham, Shem, and Japheth. We come through Shem. All right. But you had Ham. Ham, perhaps hot. The same word. It comes from the Hebrew word cham, which means hot, or like chemistry. Chemistry. All right. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, right? Ham, the Africans, not the Negroes. All right, it says not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, and Libyans, and Canaanites. All right, so that's who the forefather of the Egyptians, the Canaanites, and all them. That's Ham. That's them. Us, we're Shemitic. We come in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We come through Shem. All right, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. We come through Shem. All right, so we're not Africans.
Okay.
That's in the dictionary. You know.
Okay.
Right. It's all about edification. The word edification means to build up. All right, because we're a destroyed ruin right now, man. We got to build.
We're lost people.
We're lost, bro.
Right. We're lost souls traveling around trying to find guidance in the world.
Yeah, but what did he say about the lost sheep? Somebody get that? Yeah, that one. Yep. Come on with it, bro. The lost sheep. Why would we call it lost sheep?
Because we're looking for a shepherd, for someone to guide us.
My man. Come on with it. But guess what? Everybody's not looking for that.
No, we're all not. Some of us just looking at different options.
Come on with it. So only one really looking is the one that knew about what to look for. They were informed before. You feel me? So they believed the prophecies. So when Yahushua came on the scene 2,000 years ago, they knew about him arriving. You feel me? They had no shepherd. They wanted to get the hell out of Rome. Then you had some of the wicked Sadducees and Pharisees, right? They didn't care about the Lord. They didn't believe the prophecies and none of that. See the difference? That's the sheep. Even today, the Lord still got his sheep. He said, my sheep hear his voice. Come on, bro. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into the cities of Samaria enter ye not.
Right, it's not for everybody. You see that? Don't go into all the nations. It's not for everybody. Go ahead.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
See, but what has to happen before we can get to that kingdom of heaven? We got to go through something. What's that? The sea is set in a wide place. We got to go through something.
Second Ezra chapter 7.
You feel me? So
you gotta go through trials.
We gotta go through trials.
Right.
But what's gonna create those trials? Just everyday life? No. The Lord gonna bring judgment, just like he did.
Chapter 7, verse.
He's gonna bring a test, just like he did with Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, which is also known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That were the slave names that were given to him. All right.
3:2, but 6 is straight to the point.
So the same way they were put in that oven, we're in the oven called affliction and adversity. All right, go ahead. And it's gonna come through an economic crash. They're gonna test everybody with this right here. All right, this was coming. We got to warn. You know, our job is to warn from the scriptures, so that way it gives no homage to any other book. We warning you out of this, and when it happens, you can warn others someday. We're gonna tell them it's happening, and in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, meaning in the name of his son Yahushua. This is gonna happen. When it happens, everybody gonna remember. You know what I'm talking about.
So you're warning me of this great conflict, right?
Conflict.
Crash is about to happen. The world's going to end. Everything we know and perceive as reality today
is
going to change tomorrow. Because if your reality changes, if what you see and perceive people at changes, you change, right? Your world just changed. You're into the whole new dimension of thought and feeling and emotion, right? So now I'm in this new world. It just changed. What do I do?
Okay, fair enough. Now, watch this. No, you good. This is the thing. What you just said was great. That would go more along with their world, the new world order. That's when you'd be in the new world order. Like
I can't control their world, bro.
I'm trying to show you.
Do as a human being.
As a human being, I'm trying to show you.
The only thing you can control in your life is yourself. So what can I do?
I got
for myself
Jeremiah
to make
31.
the world a better place.
Okay. Yeah. I hear you. I'm trying to show you something real quick. If you were, just let me finish my point. If you were in their new world order, you would be thinking that. But because you'll be in the meta, you know, the stuff they're talking about, the new world, no caste of society. I'm here now. What you got for me? You feel what I'm saying? So now, being a human. But now these people aren't human no more. Right? They've changed that. You know what I'm talking about. What they've done recently, I can't really say it with the
say it, bro.
I can't say it on here. They're gonna shut the page down.
Shut the camera off. Pause it. You can say it.
Nah, man. Let's just move on. We got brothers and sisters out there listening right now.
Right. No, I want to. Oh, it's live.
Yeah, it's live. It's live. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm talking about though. They've been going around giving it out to everybody.
What, microchips? They're not microchipping people.
No, man.
It's kind of
they got a lot. You know what? If I was in charge of the world, I wouldn't bother microchipping people. That's too expensive. Right. What I would do is I'd be like Bill Gates and I'd buy out all the farmland. Right, and I'd raise up food prices because I'm the only nigga in the country making food. Yeah, and that's basically what he's doing right now.
That's what he's doing here. Right, but he owns what you just said. You know, so he owns the patent for it. So now, with that being said, in that society, they wouldn't be human anymore. All right, to be classified as a human, first you gotta be colored.
Have a soul. Oh, you gotta be colored.
Yeah, the word. I'm not just joking, man.
No,
but the word
you gotta have a soul.
No.
I gotta look at you and feel that.
I can't joke with him, man. God damn, bro. He gonna go in. The word human comes from the word hue. It just means color. I was joking.
No problem.
All right, but yeah, to be human, you gotta have a soul. But people are giving that away. They're giving away their rights in the society, according to American law, by giving away their person. All right, to the corporations. The corporations own them now. Whole nother topic. So that's what they're going to be in that. So now let's talk about the real word that's coming. New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. Let's get this.
This is Jeremiah.
So in this world, you're not going to have to do it. The Lord going to make you perfect. You're going to know exactly what to do. You see the difference? Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 33. What verse?
I think 31.
31.
Should be.
This is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
See, the Lord is about to make a new covenant with us. See that? We broke the old agreement. That's what the word covenant means. He made an agreement with us, and we broke that. Remember that? He gave Moses the laws, and we broke them.
Yeah.
You see that? So now he's making a new one with us. This is it right here. All right, go ahead. The marriage. Remember that? The marriage supper? The marriage is about to happen. But the bride got to make herself ready. See that? The word woman just means servant. So the servants got to make themselves ready. You feel me? So this is how we get ready. Go ahead.
That I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt.
Right. So it's not going to be the same way. It's not going to be the same type of deliverance. All right. So now the Lord is going to deliver us out of a second Egypt. All right. But first he's going to bring us back together. Let's get that. Isaiah chapter 11. I'm putting it together for you so you can see the story. You know what I mean? What you're going to be doing in the kingdom. How am I going to know what to do in that world? I don't even know what the hell to do in this one. So our shepherd going to be with us.
This is
big difference.
Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10.
Right.
And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand as for an enzyme of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
Right. So who's that? That's talking about the Messiah. All right. He was the bloodline from Jesse to King David, and in him we're gonna find rest. This is rest for your spirit. And once you fully understand, you know what I mean, what's happening. Right now it sounds like I don't want to hurt nobody, but the Lord said we're gonna do according to His angle. You see that? We're set up as judges in the kingdom. We're gonna be doing judgment on people like the Rothschilds, Trump. You know, all these names, Bill Gates and them, they're going to get judged. Go ahead.
Who are we to do judgment?
Nobody. We're vessels. Come on, man. Weapon, thank you. Thank you. Real quick. Somebody get that real quick?
What is it?
The weapons. I don't want to say it. Yeah, the weapons.
Oh, yeah. Jeremiah.
Yeah. Let's get that real quick.
50.
Real quick. It wouldn't have to be nobody. You know, he said he could take the weak things and confound the strong. You know, the weak things that are. You got that?
Yeah. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Woo! Battle axe and weapon of war. Go ahead.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
There you go, man. So the Lord, hold up. I'm gonna get this one real quick too, because that's what we set up to do. We're executors of the Lord's judgment. He's not gonna, the Lord used them to execute judgment on us.
I don't think so.
What?
If anything, then the Lord's a jester. You know, He likes to play little jokes on people. You start taking your life too serious, and He comes along and He humbles you fast as fuck. Right?
I agree. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Right.
What you trying to say? You humbled, ain't you?
I've always been humbled, bro.
Yeah. So you've been
I've been humbled
today.
since I was a little boy. No, not today. This ain't humble me. I don't know what you.
This humbled you, man.
No,
because your whole demeanor changed.
Yeah, my demeanor calmed down because I entered a nice conversation with you.
Well,
I'm not
whether or not
I've been
I'm being
humbled,
honest. I'm not being nice.
Yeah. I'm being kind. I'm not being
kind.
nice.
You understand that too, right?
I can be. Trust me. I can be mean as fuck.
Me too.
Right.
Me
I can
too.
read through people and see all the fucking insecurities. And I can.
I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you how serious I am. We could die today.
We could, bro. I agree with that.
Don't go there with me.
I agree with that.
Don't go there with me.
What, you want to go?
I got pain, bro.
I got pain.
I got
too.
a lot of pain.
I got pain.
You know what I'm saying?
Too,
so we ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay.
I want to talk about the scriptures.
Let's talk about the scriptures.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Play this fucking game with me, dog.
What game, bro?
So go ahead, man. Fucking dumbass mental game you playing, man.
I'm playing
the
a
fucking
mental
pain game and shit. I'm not with that shit, man. You can take your psychotic ass up the fucking street. We ain't gotta sit here and talk, man.
No, we're talking, bro.
We ain't gotta talk though.
No, we're trying to have a conversation.
I'm trying
to.
But you fucking bugging, man. You trying to hit me with that psychotic shit.
What psychotic shit?
So I came over and humbled you, didn't I?
No.
My fucking dad used to look at me with demonic ass eyes, bro.
I'm not your dad, bro.
Let's keep going, man.
Right.
You got the same demon, I see. Same demon.
Actually,
same motherfucking demon. It's called a familiar spirit.
You're right. I see why you're making me like this.
That's right. So show the anger, show the hatred.
No.
That's what you said you're gonna do, right?
Peace. Right. Every day.
You ain't got no choice, man. I'm trying to tell you. You ain't got no choice.
Yes, you do.
You ain't got no choice.
Life is about choice.
You ain't got no choice.
Life is about
choice. Go ahead,
Ezekiel 25 and 14.
You ain't got no choice. I'm trying to tell you.
Please go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you shaking because you got a demon on you. You got to get that shit off you.
I'm trying to release my peace.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Right. So by the hand of his people Israel, period. If you don't like it, you're going to be destroyed with everybody else. We're not out here to play with you, man. These fucking devils want to kill us every day. You think we worry about you?
No, bro. I don't care.
The fuck is wrong with you, man? Go ahead.
Verse 14 again. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Right, for the vengeance for that shit right there. What is wrong, man? Vengeance for that. He's gonna lay vengeance on them for that. We don't want vengeance no more.
No, we don't. We want love.
We want love. We want P. Diddy. We want love and peace.
Right. That's the only way you heal the world, bro.
Where's the love? Where's the love at then?
The love is where you grow it. It's where you find it.
Haven't they been singing? Haven't they been singing Kumbaya? Haven't they been singing Kumbaya? Haven't they been holding hands?
That's not how you show love.
Haven't Martin Luther King march
through your actions, bro?
Haven't Martin Luther King march with people and show love? Look what they did to him. We are not safe here, bro. We're not safe here.
Right. That's the whole benefit of showing love. Right.
You don't understand the dangers you in. We behind enemy lines. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. There's lots of demons out there.
There's a lot of demons. I don't believe you're a demon, but the thought when I said demon.
I feel that.
I don't believe you.
Thoughts, demonic spirits influencing your mind and forcing you to do things you feel like you have no control over.
Lies. Lies. That's what throw our people up. Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Right, because the Lord is a righteous judge, man. He's about balance. All right, let's get Romans 11 so you can understand, so we can understand.
Go ahead, bro.
This Genesis chapter 49 and 9. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art going up.
Right.
He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? Right. So you think of a lion, a wounded lion, which a lion, all he do is he prey. All right. He prey on things. He hunt. He protects. All right. But Judah is compared to that lion, man, that righteous seed of the Lord, the righteous seed of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, representing the southern kingdom mainly. All right. And mainly the tribe of Judah being the so-called Negroes here in America. All right. Or those in the west coast of Africa being the so-called African. All right. They're from the tribe of Judah mainly. All right, but Judah is a lion's whelp, man. A lion's whelp, all right, wounded. All right, when a lion is wounded, what he does, he gets up under the tree, up under the shade, and he lays down, all right, getting ready to die. All right, he's not up and energized. And ultimately, who shall rouse him up? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai got to rouse Jacob, man, because Jacob, he hasn't went through enough pain here in America, man. You know, and that's the issue with 2/3 of our people, man. They run through Stockholm Syndrome, all right, through slavery, where they forgot who their enemy is, man, and that they have an enemy here in the flesh.
Our people have become complacent within the system, within these conditions that have been offered to us, man. Like he was saying, we forgot who our enemy is. We forgot what happened to us. You want to talk about slavery, you want to talk about history, most of our people don't want to hear that. It's a thing of the past, but it did not happen that long ago.
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying? We have become complacent.
We have.
I got a precept for him, too.
Go ahead, bro.
That's cool.
Go ahead, bro.
There's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. All right, and that's referring to the children of Esau, man, the so-called Caucasian race. All right, it says they have a perpetual hatred towards our people. That's a forever lasting hatred. So you're talking about love for these people. How? When they still showing that perpetual hatred towards our people. Now, not only so-called blacks, but so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They still showing that hand of hatred towards our people. How can you offer love or peace to a people that continue to show hatred towards you?
Even though they might and that's a sign of sickness if you continue to do that.
Jesus preaches? Turn the other cheek.
That's not his name, and that's not what we teach.
That's not. He wasn't talking about with these other nations. He was talking about within our people. Because even back then, during the time he walked the scenes, he still had division among our people. He was talking mainly the church. He wasn't talking about people outside the temple, because he was like, because Revelation chapter 11 says, measure that's in the temple. That's without the temples, giving it to the Gentiles. All right, and they're going to trot it down underfoot. So the Lord was speaking of all these things. The Lord was speaking of the mystery of iniquity. The Lord was saying when you see the abomination of desolation standing up spoken of by Daniel, standing up in the temple, run for the hills. All right, we're supposed to run from the hills of Judea. All right, but some of us ran to Masada. Right, so what he was telling us, the mystery of iniquity, he was letting us know by the Roman Empire, Titus and Vespasian. Yep. That's who he was telling us our enemies were. But the enemy he was talking about, turn the other cheek. When your enemy shall hunger, feed him. He was talking about amongst our nation.
That's right. And they're not doing that in this society.
We're still not doing that. We're not taught to be doing that.
That's what we're doing, turning the other cheek. Like, you know, we argue. We can argue all day.
No, we're having a conversation.
We can argue, debate,
a debate. Let's call it that. It's a debate.
I get it.
It's a philosophical debate.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 33. Why trimmest thy ways to seek love?
Right.
Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. So come on, man. The Lord said, why trimmest your ways to seek love and basically follow after the ways of these other nations? And we taught the nations everything. The scripture says Jacob is the form of all things. Yeah. We build up this whole society. You see what I'm saying? Like it says, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, the righteous shall stand in great boldness. Now we stand in great boldness in front of the face of all these Edomites and tell them that they're going into slavery for 1,000 years and that we gonna rule the kingdom forever and ever because the earth was made for our sakes. And they're gonna serve us. They're gonna build up our walls.
And that's not even the basis of the foundation of our message, because the scripture said, don't be glad that these spirits will be subject under you. Be glad that your name is found written in the book of heaven. That's our main goal, is to get you to get your name written in the book. But we're telling you what comes with that. We're gonna have to put these nations in subjection according to what the Lord said, not according to our anger, because of His anger.
I got appreciate you.
So the Lord justifies us putting everybody else underneath our subjection.
It justifies Him putting everybody in subjection, but Him using us to do it.
Lord?
Remember that He raises.
How do you know it's Him?
He raises up who He wants. Remember that?
He does.
That's about Him. You know,
right.
And we're gonna get a scripture for
that.
So
because
too.
I'm above you, because they're above us right now, they have the right to subject us. He raises them up. They were birthed into that position.
That was a curse.
A lot of them.
But that was a curse.
Right?
That was a curse on us.
So wouldn't that be a curse on us getting raised up?
No. We were from above from the beginning, but we fell as a nation. And the Lord said, because of that, I'm gonna raise up a base nation over you, cave people. I'm gonna raise them up, put them over, and you gotta live with that.
Same thing about us. Weren't they saying the same?
Nah, we came from heaven.
What it sounds to me is like we're flipping the script, and we're saying God declared us special. He declared that we're the ones who rule over people.
You don't know that?
No, we're not special. We're human beings. We're flawed. We're broken. We're terrible fucking people.
Let's see.
What we have to do is look each other in the eye and say, I love you like you love me. You're my brother in flesh, right? I don't know your story, but every time I look at you, I imagine I was born in your shoes. I was raised by your father.
That's called being intense, man. You know, you pleading. I get you. Too intense. But here you go. Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know. My people do not consider.
And the Lord is saying that. The Lord is saying that. That's saying the more love you're trying to exonerate into a nation of people that hate you. He's saying display that love to Him.
Yep.
That's all He's asking. Fuck these nations, what He's saying. I love you. None of these other nations on this earth was set up to love us. We're here on a pilgrimage to be hated by everyone here because He doesn't want us to get comfortable in this place.
Right.
We get comfortable when it's our turn to rule. We're supposed to be a thorn in all these other nations' side. We're supposed to be ruffling the nest, making it prickly. So just like how the eagle does when he wants the young to get out of the nest, he makes the nest uncomfortable. That's what the Lord is doing to us. So we're never gonna find a place of rest here. Man, we sound like damn fools going up to Esau. Hey, man, I love you. Nigger, if you don't get your...
Yeah, right. Hey,
we did that during the 60s and 50s. When I know you seen the clip where the young man was like, hey, man, all I want is peace. When he was talking to the officer in Alabama, and all he wanted to do was go to school. That's all he wanted to do is go to school. And he says, well, sir, can I pray with you? You know, that so-called that Edomite officer said to him, he said, boy, I don't believe your prayers go past your head. They don't even look at us as being human beings. We're still counted as 5/3 of a man. And you want to try to show love to that?
Yes, I do.
Why? That's a sickness.
No, it's not.
That's a natural thing, and it's in the spirit of love.
Right.
I get it.
It's in my spirit to love. I love loving people.
There's nothing wrong with
Some
it.
people,
There's nothing wrong with it.
You got to love from a distance. Some people, you got to step back and be like, you know what? I love you. I got to cut you out my life like a rotten hand. You know what I mean?
That's called loving yourself.
That's emotional love. But we're talking about as a nation, you know, how you show your people love. You tell them the truth. How do you show them love? You tell them the truth.
You do.
The Lord said they're the devil. You see that? They're the deceivers. They're the one that deceived us and lied to us and put it in the schools and sent Christopher Columbus and all that. He didn't even make it to America. You get what I'm saying? They lied to us. So we got to tell them that they're the liar that the Bible speaks of, the mystery of iniquity. Real quick, Romans 9 and 15, you got it. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
So now we're sitting here trying to understand, like, because we got the compassion to love others. Because we, even if you know the story of Jacob and Esau, when Jacob came back to Israel to dwell with Esau, he came bearing gifts and gave him all kinds of presents because he knew his brother was upset with him, but he still loved his brother, even though his brother had a perpetual hatred towards him.
Right, there's nothing wrong with that. That's, you know, just like you got a spirit of Jacob.
Right.
You know, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
So we need to study the thoughts of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai to learn to who have compassion towards and who to hate.
That's right.
Because he's going to make it clear unto us. Because if it was left to us, we'll love everybody on this earth, wickedness and all. We showed that. Go ahead.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth the mercy.
So the love that we can show and the hatred that they show has nothing to do with our emotions and our feelings. It's all according to the will of the Most High. According to his will to be performed. He's going to show us what true love really is. We don't even know what true love is. We understand that we've been taught the concept of love through lies. You get what I'm saying? So we're compassionately looking for something, and we cleave on to the first thing that we find that might allow us to love. And we want to love this other nation, the top nation, because they're in the sense of authority. That's what women love, authoritative figures. So now we're trying to show our love towards them so they'll let us fit in. That's where that comes from. That ain't really true love. That's us trying to be accepted of them. They're not allowing, they won't accept us. Go ahead.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same reason have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
And now he's going to show his power in Israel by raising these devils up. Raising them up so they could be the top dog on this earth and be taken down. Because like I go back to what my grandma told me, if you want to see the true nature and state of a man, put him in a position of authority. Now they have the authority, they have gained world power since the time of Alexander the Great, right? The Crete, right? They gained world dominance since that time. Now the whole earth is quiet again before this one nation of people. And the Lord is singling them out. They're the only nation of people on this earth that don't have pigmentation. Ooh. And when the Lord shows up, everything that they built up in wickedness is going to be a witness against them. So the Lord says, don't love that, love me. Love the one that's going to take you out of this torment.
Damn. All right. Job 9:24. Just bear with me, y'all. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
And that's that total covering the faces of the judges. That was pure hatred, because they wanted us to look at them as being God. So if we knew the true image, not even from a spiritual perspective, if we knew the physical image of what the Lord looked like and what the Father looked like, we would not allow them to be let us take us down like that. Because guess what? We're in the image of the Most High. You weren't made in that image. We were. You get what I'm saying? So they had to cover up the faces of the judges that had to promote lies in order for them to get to their high statures where they're. Because they didn't get it from the muscle, they got it through deceit. Right. They wanted to confuse the whole world. Because why? Because they're in a state of confusion.
Right, they stole everything.
God.
Romans 9:18. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
So the Lord knows the true judgment. So watch who he has mercy on, and those are the ones you show your love to.
And whom he will hardeneth, and whom he will, he hardeneth.
So he's not going to allow him all of a sudden one day Esau wake up and be like, you know what? I've been doing these people all wrong this long time. Let me have a change of heart. He ain't finna turn their cheek.
I got it.
He gonna give you the right foot, and then once he get through giving you the right foot, he gonna give you the left. That's all his point. That's his nature and point, to keep his foot on our necks.
Yep.
That's all he wants to do.
Yep. Let's let the priest will come out real quick. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
The Lord is using them as a weapon against us because of our transgression.
I'm done with this part.
Because of our transgression. So now it's not that we love them. We're just tired of getting beat. So we're begging them to stop beating on us. That's not love you're displaying. You're displaying hurt. You're hurt, bro. You're tired of going through it. But the Lord's like, keep our mind focused on him.
Right. Romans 9:19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault?
That's what you were saying. Well, how can we be mad at them if they were set up like that?
For who have resisted his will?
Nobody can resist the will of the Lord. If he made you a certain way, you're going to be that way. There's no way you can turn from that. So there's no way they can have compassion on us because the Lord won't allow them to do that.
Real quick, let me put this together real fast, y'all. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 13. He answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel and said, come, let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away before us, and that we may make us more woods.
And that's so beautiful because this is going into, he set a boundary for the sea can only raise so far on the land, and the trees can only grow so far, and the sand can only go so far into the oceans. Ooh. So Esau could only get so far with his punishment till the Lord allows him to stop and puts us in the rulership. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about a punishment, man.
So the Lord is punishing us?
The Lord is punishing us.
He's punishing us. Like some bad children.
Right. I feel that.
I got a quick interjection to that.
But if you don't care about a child, you're going to let them roam the street and do what the hell.
Right. If you don't care about a child, you let them get disrespectful. You let them run around. They learn no discipline. Right.
Who does that sound like?
Themselves.
Who does it? What nation of people does that sound like?
It sounds like everybody, bro. Okay. It's irregardless of your.
That's true.
People.
That's true. That's true.
Inherent human character that has to be beaten out of you every single day.
And it's being beaten out of us. But who is it not?
Some people need their ass kicked.
Oh yeah, some people do need.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
I would love to.
I love to too. Bro.
Yeah, make you move.
No,
stop bluffing.
No, I'm not bluffing.
Stop fucking bluffing. I'm telling you, stop fucking bluffing. You see, I keep going there. Stop bluffing, dog. I'm reading through all the shit. You only came up here for one reason.
No, I came up
here to
learn.
Make your move, dog.
Right. I didn't come here to start conflict with you.
Yeah, stop faking like it then,
since you're preaching the word of God.
Nah, man, no, I'm there with you. I'm just letting you know. You make your fucking move. I'm ready.
No.
Other than that, let's keep talking about the Bible. You ain't got no choice.
No.
I keep telling you that shit, my man. You ain't got no choice, my nigga.
Goodbye, sir.
Get the fuck out of here, dog.
You have a blessed day.
You don't have shit, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Corny ass nigga, man. Let's keep reading, man. Make your fucking move, dog. I'm getting tired of these motherfuckers, man. Bluffing.
This Proverbs 20 and 24, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
Right, don't bluff me with no fucking victory, nigga. You ain't gonna do the same to my father. Don't bluff me.
So just like the other saying, he don't got no fucking choice, man. You know, everything is predestined through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so as much as you can deal with Jake, all right, and diagnose his sickness and try to teach him, they not gonna listen. All right, they hate reproof.
He needs something beat out of him. Man, do what you gonna do, bro. Stop speaking in code and shit.
Yeah, on the camera, it might like he was all calm, cool, and collected, but really he was being contentious the whole entire time.
Man, he was. In case nobody saw it,
I saw it.
He was basically speaking subliminally, saying, "Yeah, they need their ass whooped. They need to beat out of him." He thinks I'm gonna tell you, the real reason he's acting like that, and nobody peeped it. This nigga think he got it.
He'll lose miserably.
No, he kept saying, yeah, right. He kept saying he was God, man, and he felt like he could punish us. So let's keep reading. He coming around, he gonna get the same heat. We're gonna be out here teaching his word, man. Fuck your threats. Anybody out there, do what you gonna do. Especially you goddamn Rothschilds. Do what the fuck you gonna do.
Precept.
Fucking bluffing, man.
This is Sirach, chapter 3, verse 26. A stubborn heart shall feel evil at the last, and he that loveth danger shall perish therein. That guy had a very stubborn heart. So eventually he's going to fare evil at the last, meaning that same energy, contentious energy that he was coming with, the Lord is going to bring it upon him, and he's going to put it upon him from one of these Edomites or one of these Jakes that ain't going to have no understanding, no sense, no love, no care, and that's when he's going to want to look for mercy, and he will not receive it.
I got a precept. Me too. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So as he said, when this entire reality and this perception of this reality all crumbles before us, what is going to be left? Like, well, what is a person going to have? They're going to have the knowledge, wisdom, and the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai stabilizing them when this entire reality is destroyed.
When this entire reality is destroyed, what we're going to have is the kingdom. That's what we're waiting on for this entire reality to be destroyed. But see, he didn't want that. What he was trying to do, he was trying to hold on, Esau, let me go talk to him. I can negotiate with him. I got you. That's basically what he was doing. That's why he didn't want to let go of what he was talking about. He was talking about he was being all vulnerable, being open.
I mean, we gave him every opportunity.
Right.
What you gonna do?
He was talking about that. The most disrespectful thing you could do is lie, but he was lying to us the whole time.
He couldn't lie to us. He was lying to himself.
And trying to be like Esau, trying to divide and conquer, trying to stop who's speaking to point at the next person like he's directed.
Really quick, something I wanted to pinpoint. The brother Gabar, he said, I want to bring out this precept. And the dude said, go ahead, bring it out. And Gabar was like, hey, elder, can I bring this out? The elder said, Khan. And we started reading, the dude looked at the elder real quick and was like, all right. And then listen to the scripture. He did that the whole time. Every time somebody said looked at Zaquan and said they got a precept, he said, "Go ahead, bring it out." Right, God. He said, "Yeah, God, yeah."
He did that every single time.
He wasn't a problem, but he gonna get what he asked. Listen, we humble up here. We not carnal. Just letting you know. But he ain't giving us no room to play, man. He not giving us no room to talk to him or nothing. He on straight threat move right now.
This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
The whole time we were just giving him ways to correct himself, ways to reprove himself, and he was like, no. He just kept going off and just spazzing about, oh, in this shitty ass rock. Oh, we're just horrible people. It's like, no, you a horrible person. All right. And this world, this entire Ratazah is controlled by Esau, but at the same time, it's a very beautiful rock. At the same time, we have all types of insects and animals and stuff to look at to take our mind off of being in captivity. We have Yahweh Shem Yahushua as well.
Right.
May I add? Also, according to the scriptures, doesn't it say that everything
he
the
break
Lord
out of his
created is
fucking
good?
shell and go demon mode and go back into this fucking zombie mode again.
Lord, everything that the Lord created, he said, well, he seen that it was good, right? There you go.
Every time he walk by, get him on that camera, man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Fuck him, man. We're gonna move on, y'all. Let's move on.
Precept. Oh no, he said move on.
No, you good. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, let's keep rocking.
This is Matthew chapter 15 and verse 8. This people draw nigh to me with their mouth and honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
And the thing about it is, he's talking about how the whole world is fucked up and wicked. He's right. But there's little speckles of light within the midst of all that darkness, right? But here's the thing. He's trying to bid the whole world to come to some kind of unification or justification, and everybody act according to this way. And he's trying to do another Council of Nicaea or some shit.
Trying to do Tower of Babel.
So at the end of the day, the whole world is messed up. The scripture said, gross darkness shall cover the whole land. But there's going to be little speckles of light. And those speckles of light are going to have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's the standard of righteousness. That's the standard of a healthy earth. That's the standard of a healthy way of living, right? He's looking at them. Everybody should have a chance at the American way. That's the healthy way of living. That was his whole standpoint. That's what he was coming in the name of. That's what he wanted. Society, kumbaya, hold hands. We are the world. Let's wake up. Let's dig Martin Luther King out of the grave and let's start this thing all over again. Let's start marching down the street.
Precept. All right, this is Sirach chapter 34, and I'm gonna start at verse 25. It says, "He that washeth himself after the touching of a dead body, if he toucheth it again, what availeth his washing? So is it with a man that fasteth for his sins and goeth again and doeth the same."
All right, so he wasn't looking to change. He was looking to change us. He was he wanted to find a common ground. That's why he kept trying to bait us this way. Come here, and try to find a common ground to where he was trying to gaslight. That's kind of what he was trying to do, is doing the skullduggery, gaslighting bullshit, right? Trying to paint a narrative of this is how. No, don't teach it like that. Teach it like this. And that's why he was subliminally trying to do that shit, but it ain't gonna work.
Man, he was trying to get us to teach his message and shit. Like the shit was gonna work. He was trying to point out at each brother, trying to break up something to try to get us divided, but you see that shit wasn't going. You know?
He tried to make us become carnal.
because he thought that's what he wanted. The men of the Lord are not weak men. The men of the Lord are not pushovers. You see Bibles, you see garments. We're out here to edify Yahweh Shem Yahushua and our people. You don't want to listen? Get your motherfucking ass on the road somewhere. And you don't want to make nobody mad. Seriously.
Hey, I bet you'll never find anybody in the Bible that tried John. Who gonna try somebody in the wilderness screaming, eating locusts and honey? Ain't nobody finna wearing camel's hair. I wish you would run up on John with that dumbass shit. See, hey, Yahweh Shai, 10 foot tall.
Peter.
Man, come on. Peter was a swordsman, man. Nice with it. I'm talking about surgically remove the ear of the centurion, and then Yahweh Shai put the ear back on. Now, with that transpiring, Peter was a good distance away from the Lord because they kind of described the scene when they all walked up and Judas kissed him on the cheek. So when Peter did that, with marksman, surgical strategically, and the Lord put his ear back on at that moment, you could tell that the Most High blinded their minds. They couldn't, at that moment, you couldn't fathom that was the Son of the Most High. He don't put your ear back onto your face. And you didn't think, come on. So that shows the power of the Lord. Who can resist his will? Just like no matter how much we go back and forth, it wasn't meant for him to get it. It was meant for him to be judged. Go ahead.
Real quick, let me bring this out real quick. This is 2 Peter 3:3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts.
That's basically what he was doing.
See, the Lord been warning us about people like this guy, man. All right, he walking after his own lust. I know you can hear us and all that too. It's all good, but he's walking after his own lust. You know, he's gonna keep walking around this track. You already know the routine, man. How Jake is, but it says this: in the last days, gonna come scoffers, man. So he's a scoffer. And that's just what he is, man. He said combative. And, yeah. And that's just it, man. But you gotta watch Jake. You gotta watch Jake, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, make your move. Stop bluffing like you're gonna do something because of the way the world is right now, man. You got people getting stabbed in their face. You got people getting sprayed with stuff. You got people putting stuff up to people's nose and taking control of their fucking body off the shit they smell. You get what I'm saying? Like, this ain't nothing to play with. Coming up, threatening somebody, saying I'm gonna do this to you, and then still standing there. I'd love to hurt you. Like, I mean, come on. And it's on camera. You gonna give me that?
100%.
That's on you. Go ahead, Doc.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9. For all this I consider it in my heart, even to declare all this, that the righteous and the wise and their word are in the hand of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. No man knowing either love or hater, but all this is before them.
All right, so the hands, all the men of the Lord are in the hands of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. It said no one love or hate, but all this stuff is before us. But now we're getting to understand of what hate and love really is. This world hates us. This world was set up to hate us. So there's no room for our love in this world. So why would we try to give it? Our love, our conversations is in heaven. So we need to spread our love to our Creator, man, because it's set up for nothing on this world to love it. Nothing on this earth loved Yahweh Shai, but the ones that were chosen to love Him. Just like nothing on this earth is gonna love us except for the ones that were chosen to following that message. That's it.
I want to make some point, but when the time that he was talking with the older, and when he talked about knife, you heard that? Mm-hmm. He say something about knife, and he do something like this. Now it's that the time that I say, something is not.
Yeah, he gonna have to use it. This is it.
Yeah, he would have really fucked around and found out, and we pray on that. Shalom. How y'all doing? We're here to wake up the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to let y'all know that y'all the children of Israel, the Most High Yahweh's chosen people, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. We can call upon those names in order to get salvation. All right. So that's it. That's what we come. we rather have that than have this dude standing in front of our face. I'm an open book. I need to be read. Help me, please. Man, get out of here with all that, man. That's the okie doke. That's the okie doke. It's the oldest trick in the book. Act like you're very vulnerable. Oh, let me help you out. Just like the snake that bit the woman, man. She nursed the snake back up to health so he could just bite her.
Precept.
Go ahead. Precept.
This is Sirach chapter 22. And I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "He that telleth a tale to a fool speaketh to one in a slumber. When he have told his tale, he will say, what is the matter?" You know, basically like the brother was we was up here telling him about the truth, man. Telling him about everything from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai on down at the World War III, you know, and then from the, you know, the might be and everything. All right, but we're telling him all these things that are going on. Well, what's wrong with the society that we're living in now, man? It's messed up, but hey, man, you know, hey, he wasn't trying to abide with the scriptures, man. He wasn't trying to go along with the words that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai have established, man.
And it wasn't going to, man. He was just he just wanted to come back. He felt like he could help us out. He didn't feel like we could help him out.
This is back in Sirach chapter 3, verse 28. In the punishment of the proud, there is no remedy, for the plant of wickedness have taken root in him. So in the punishment of the proud, there is no remedy. So when it come time for judgment, when it come time for correction, ain't gonna be no putting it off. Ain't gonna be no talking your way out of it. Ain't gonna be no negotiating it away. Why? Because the plant of wickedness, sin has taken root. Meaning it is gained ground. It is within, and it's not gonna go nowhere. So the Lord gonna have to judge it up out of them through what? Fire. Death by harsh punishment. Death by pain, like the brother Canuck said.
Thus saith the Lord.
God.
Yeah, I can keep it going, man. Yeah, keep running.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9. A man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directeth his steps.
Right, damn pencil legs, man. I've been and broke them legs. You got stronger legs. You got stronger legs than that fucking with me. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for all kind of shit.
Yeah, the big top body, little lower body doing the tip drill, can't keep his legs straight.
Yeah, I'm fucking them ankles. I'm fucking them ankles up, all that.
That's the unbalance. That's the
that just
balance is an abomination.
Got an abomination body.
You can't be all love without a balance of understanding hate.
Right, and that's what the Most High is showing us. Through what? Raising up a fierce nation that shall not regard kings nor princes and shall not regard the young, man. That's Esau. Why are you going to try to force yourself to love that? You're a fool if you try to, if you like the scripture said, can a man hold a scorpion in his hand and not get stung? Hey, man, you want us to get stung like you getting stung? You got the poison. I don't want none of that. You can keep that.
I must retitle this, man. We ain't getting into the Leviathan. we met Leviathan.
That's Leviathan keeper. Yeah. That's Leviathan Dubois.
Yeah, man. He can shoot or tame Leviathan.
Yeah,
he has the mindset thinking that he can do it. He can restrain it.
Yeah. All right, y'all can run your precepts. Everybody got precepts.
This is Luke chapter 6, verse 45. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and the evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil.
All right, now he would have took that scripture and said we were the evil ones teaching hate. All right, somebody get Isaiah 50 and 20. I mean 5 and 20. Babako Shah, hold that right there. But I'm gonna ask you to bring it out again. Isaiah 5 and 20, and I think it's 5 and 20. Bring it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Yeah. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Keep going.
That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And his whole plight had nothing to do with how we are being treated. Because he's willing to forgive Esau for everything that he's done to us and what he's doing now, if he can find a place to sit down at the king's table. That was his whole argument. He wants to sit at the king's table. He wants to partake in the benefits. Basically, he's saying, "I'm just as wicked as they is, Lord. Why I can't eat like they eat?" That's basically his mindset. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15. It says, he that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord.
So that not only does he have abominable body, he got abominable spirit. All right, so this dude is all the way messed up, man. Read that again. Isaiah 50 and 20 again. Whoever had it, and go back to what you had in the second Gabash. Isaiah 50 and 20 again.
Isaiah 5 and 20.
Right, it's like 5 and 20.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
And that's what exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to negotiate with us to come on that side. Bring that out again, Kabash.
This is Luke chapter 6, verse 45. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good.
All right, so now, what is that standard of good? People say if you help old ladies across the street and hand out bag lunches to the homeless, oh, that is a good man. That is a man of God, but not necessarily, because if you helping wicked people be wicked, if you help, you know what I'm saying, you're not helping the cause of the righteous. All right, that's not considered good in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's considered good in the eyes of Esau because that's keeping you in a state of confusion. Keep going.
And the evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringing forth that which is evil.
Right. So you're gonna what's good and evil is being established right now through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The good are going to be set on the right hand side, and the wicked are going to be set on the left. All right. So there's a separation and a sifting period. All right. So now he was bidding to try to bring people over to the evil side. Somebody had a precept. I'll thank you all, and then Mazan.
Well, it's a continuation to that Isaiah. I want to get them the next two verses.
All right, go ahead.
22. This Isaiah 5 and 21. Woe to them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink. And that's what he's doing. He's mingling the strong drink, the wine and the philosophies of the world. All right. So it's woe, destruction to them who are mingling and believing that way. All right, and stuck in that way and just wholeheartedly believe in America. You know?
Hey, how do you say woe in past tense or present? Woe, because he's already destroyed. Woe means destruction is coming to him, but he's already destroyed mentally, man.
Damn.
Already damn. Who's next?
Yep.
All right, Mazan.
And that's why the Lord say, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." You know?
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 13. Whosoever reward of evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house.
So he's gonna stay wicked until the day the missiles hit, because he still wants to ignore the fact that all the wickedness that Esau has done and that he's doing right now, and he wants to open his arms. If he were the gatekeeper in the heavens, oh, he'll let all Esau in. Come on. I know a back door. Come in through the back door. You know what I'm saying? You have one?
Come on, man.
Yes. Yeah, he probably is a Hamite though. Yeah. So yeah, but he ain't one of them good Hamites. You know, I would do this for you. He ain't one of them. He ain't one of them. All right, sorry.
This is St. John, chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
And he got a clean. No, he got a little bit of a beard, but it's trimmed up. Don't he got a little bit of a beard? I don't remember.
Yeah, that was his whole thing, speaking about love. But love is just following the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But he doesn't know Yahweh Shem Yahushua, nor his commandments to properly display love.
If he would have loved us, he would have shut the fuck up the whole time.
if you would have loved, come on, you said it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
This is back at Sirach chapter 3. Yeah, I'm drinking Sirach today. This is Sirach chapter 3, verse 25. Without eyes.
Wait, hold on. He talking about the scriptures, not Sirach.
God. This is Sirach chapter 3, verse 25 again. With 25. Without eyes thou shalt want light. Profess not the knowledge, therefore that thou hast not. So with the eyes, you're going to want light. He don't have the eyes to see the truth. So he wants light, but it's not for it. And it also says, don't profess of the wisdom or the knowledge that you don't have. And when the elder was talking, he came right up, not keeping his foot, talking about, oh, I know this. Hold on, buddy. How you going to profess of wisdom you don't have? And then when the scripture started coming out, oh, yeah, well, I see your point. Oh, well, I understand.
Don't do that. Don't profess of knowledge or wisdom that you don't have. Gonna look like a fool.
And before that, when we brought out scriptures, he said, I don't want to hear the scriptures.
Yep.
He kept saying, I don't want to hear the scriptures. But then eventually, when he saw that we kept bringing them out, he was like, all right, I got to kind of play their game a little bit so I can get in, so I can get what I want in.
He not even hurt. He acting like he hurt.
He even admitted that he was a lost soul.
He emotional. He not hurt.
Yeah. He emotional. That wasn't a
he probably beat his wife.
That was a campaign.
Probably get ran by her, and try to take it out on dudes and shit. Yeah, talk shit. But who knows, man? You got more precepts?
This is Proverbs.
You can finish it out on this topic, man. Fucking.
This is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
Right. So the Lord is calling, and they don't have ears to hear. See, that's the Lord showing them what side they're on. That they're on the wrong side of the fence. So the Lord is calling, and they're not hearing. Go ahead, brother. So how is he calling? He's calling through his men. The same ones that this dude is mocking, and insulting, and 75% kind of threatening and shit. I love to hurt you. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck he said. Go ahead.
Verse 25. But he has said not at all my counsel.
Right. So the Lord said, ye have said at not all his counsel. So starting with this. He don't want to hear this. Blessed is he that readeth and they that hear the words of his prophecy. All right. So you don't want to deal with the counsel of the Lord. This is the counsel of the Lord right here. Dealing with the spirit of truth. This guy rather deal with this counsel. That's what he want. He want to go in there and sing Kumbaya. Go ahead.
And with none of my reproof.
That's right. So they would none of his reproof. That's what this is. It's blame. It's telling our people they're being wicked. They're being wicked. They need to change their goddamn ways. You understand? All right. So go ahead.
I will also laugh at your calamity.
Right. So the Lord gonna laugh at him. He was sitting here laughing at us. The Lord gonna laugh at him. I don't care how many times he walk around this goddamn park. This is not Jericho. Go ahead, brother.
I will mock your fear.
Right. Go ahead, bro. I'm just saying, man. Like,
hey, none of these walls finna crumble down.
Hell no. Hell no. Go ahead, man.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
Right. So that dude got fear. Yeah, no, he don't. He fears something.
He gonna fear when he go to Walmart or Publix and ain't no food on the shelf.
And no food. Now he probably wouldn't fear that. He African. They eat anything.
Yeah.
He probably gonna fear jail. He gonna fear that martial law.
Yeah.
Yep. The Lord know how to get fear out of people, man. It could be a woman. He gonna fear when he realized he been lied to this whole time because he hate lies. Seemingly. All right, go ahead, brother. When he found out he believed the lie, he got to be destroyed. When he said within themselves, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, he has erred from the way, and the sun has not shined upon him, man.
God.
Go ahead.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah 66, verse 4. Oh, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, it did answer. When I spake, they did not hear.
Right, them damn headphones he listened to, they're gonna be cut off one day.
Right. Battery gonna go down.
No more batteries, no more ways to charge it up. We're gonna walk around and hear us. And they can put the damn headphones on.
All we gonna be saying, Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai.
They hate you for it, man. Go ahead, brother.
But they did evil before my eyes and choose that in which I delighted not.
Right, because the scriptures say, death shall be chosen rather than life, and that's what they're choosing. And they're saying, what? Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before me. He don't want to hear that. So if we was ever telling him about our sneakers or something, or where we from, he wouldn't care about that. But we telling him about the Lord, he hate that. See that? Let's keep going. Any more precept?
I got precept.
All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30,
right, man,
and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and cursing. Therefore, choose life.
Right. So that's what the Lord's saying. He like, this guy's saying, why would the Lord judge Esau for being evil? Well, the Lord created them so he could show you the choices you got. You got death and then you got life. Life is right here. If you're still with the world, you're going to be choosing death. You see that? If you don't know about Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, before judgment kicks in, man, World War III, and you're a Negro, Latino, and Native American, you got to know the Lord. If not, man, it's going to be bad. They got martial law coming. All hell about to break loose. All right? And this is the only way we can protect our families. This is the only way we can protect our nation and who we are. It's turning back to the God that created us and gave us the status of who we are before we fell from that grace. Before we fell and be put back in position. See, people be like, why are they going to raise you up? Well, the Lord created us to be above. And now he's going to put us back in that position as from the beginning. Just like Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, brother.
That both thou and thy seed may live.
Right. So that both, that's right, the family. That's right. So both you and your family may live. And that's all we care about. And people want to attack you for that. That's the scripture, as I become your enemy. I'll tell you the truth. Somebody get that for Bakasha? In my precepts, too.
I got precepts.
Yeah, let's run it. Let's roll with the
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 7. It says, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
Right, start with her.
What verse?
Righteous man.
Verse 1?
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
Right, and that's what we're doing. We out here standing in great boldness. Are we out here with guns? Are we out here with knives? No. You know? Whatever, you know.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Right, so we're standing out here in great boldness in the same spirit of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of truth. That's the great boldness, man. That's the light, you know, the boldness, okay? It's in the spirit of the lion. That lion is Yahweh Shai. Go ahead, brother.
And made no account of his labors.
Right, so Esau made no account of our labors in slavery. No, they're not making any account of that.
Precept.
All the slave books are lost. You know, they had slaves that built so much stuff all in America, and they've been tortured for it, and they don't have no account of that. If they do, it's corrupted. All right, so the Lord has kept account of all our works and our suffering. All right, and the Lord said the beams are going to cry out, and everything here is going to be a witness against these devils, man, whether this fool like it or not.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Right, so he's the type of guy, he got to see it, man, to believe it. He like, prove it to me, I don't believe you.
What does Scripture say? These Jews require a sign.
Right, that's what it's him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So no, get that. I'm gonna show you. He's a Gentile. He said the Jews think it's foolishness, and the Gentiles think it's foolishness, and the Jews require a sign, man. So he's both.
And then when the signs get here, they want the signs to go away. For instance, like 2/3 of our people in these churches, man, the hurricane. Oh Lord, please send it away. Who you think sent it?
Right, man. So the Lord about to judge this earth, man. His name is Yahweh Shai, so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah. All right, the father's name is Yahweh. Go ahead, up.
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not Yahweh made foolishness the wisdom of this world? For after that, in wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh, and pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. For the Jews require a sign, and the Gentiles seek after wisdom. So basically, that's what it is. He wanted to see some lightning fall from heaven, or us to command some stuff to happen in order for him to believe. But he couldn't believe through the testimony of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, and it wasn't meant for him to believe, man.
Right.
He didn't want to read the scriptures.
Yeah, he doesn't believe that God truly exists. You know, he's searching for the Lord, but he's groping in the darkness. You know, he doesn't believe that the God of light exists. Yahweh Shai. Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. So if he doesn't believe God truly exists, he won't believe that the prophecy exists. If he doesn't believe that the prophecy exists, he doesn't believe that the prophets exist. So he like, what the hell are y'all doing with these garments? I'll kick your ass. It's like, yo, why you want to hurt us, man? Go ahead.
And then when he first came up, he wanted us to tell him, like, just give it to him, put it in his lap.
Yeah.
Like, Howard wants workmen to come out here and put your hand to the plow. You supposed to stay and show yourself approved. So off rip, he just wanted something for free. And like ain't nothing in life free, so he couldn't have got it if he wanted it.
That's wisdom right there.
He wanted to fast forward microwave oven rendition of the truth. When the Lord, when you come up, he's gonna take the time to try and edify and walk with you and build with you to see if you are worthy of the gift that he wants to give you. And if you're not worthy, guess what? You're gonna scoff, you're gonna mock, you're gonna get rebuked, and you're just gonna get cuts.
Right,
and
man.
you're gonna get marked for your judgment.
Boy, man, that's right.
Simple. Just that simple. You reject the Lord, he gonna reject you. You come against him, he gonna be against you.
Right.
He's giving you the same energy that you're giving out. Why would you combat an entity when it reacts by absorbing your energy? You can't beat that.
Now you got a double whammy on your ass.
Come on. We keep going with this Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah. What, bro?
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
See that? And that's the goal, man, because the Lord said, yo, wait for judgment day, man, for these fools, yo. Wait for judgment day, because, you know, the Lord is a righteous power. He's a balanced power. And he's going to judge everything they're doing. All right? In that day. You want to hurt the prophets? Yeah, it's in your spirit because you was one of them that probably did hurt the prophets back then. You know? Go ahead.
All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written.
Yeah, that's right. Give place unto it, man, real quick. That's right. Don't avenge yourself so you'll go out and be a murderer. But if you can defend yourself, that's different. That's the difference between the word kill and murder. All right, murder means to go out and intentionally kill somebody or hurt somebody. But to defend yourself, that's different. All right? Go ahead, read it again.
God. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19.
Yeah.
Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath,
I'm not used to it.
for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Every time you walk by, bro.
All right.
Please, get this. Right, because it says it's written. Vengeance is the Lord's, man. And that's what we waiting for, Esau. All right? We waiting for the vengeance of the Lord.
Precept.
Go ahead, bro.
With the precept.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't avenge yourself. Don't go out and hurt nobody. But, you know, you got the right to defend yourself, man. You know, you can be passive. You can leave room for it. Yeah, you can, let them vent, show his attention, all that. If somebody get mad at you, they might calm down. You're gonna don't be afraid of that. But if somebody threaten you, you should be aware of that.
It's the I don't think the camera caught it, but the way he was looking at us, it's when you speak to somebody, you stare at them and you look at them, but it's like
you don't do this.
He had a motherfucking bit like
it looks like I'm gonna kill you.
Like narrowing his eyes and like not
had the chance to. He would. He got the chance.
He kept trying to
God.
He kept trying to like push into the space, and that's a form of intimidation too. It's an intimidation tactic, but it don't work against real men. Some of us, you'll intimidate the ass whooping up out of us. I'm one of them. Just gonna be real.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he was trying to, but what he don't know is he was trying to intimidate the spirit of Yahweh by shooting out shot. You're not going to intimidate that. The Lord he ain't running from nothing. He created everything. He ain't running from nobody. He'll be like, you know what? You can disappear and you will fade away from existence that fast. He fuck around. Like I said before, that spirit that he had on him is gonna make him fuck around and find out real quick. Hey, like you say, Jake like to sell wolf tickets, but as soon as you buy one, he want to give you a refund. I lost my receipt. I damn sure lost my receipt. I'm gonna buy them bitches. I'm buying them, I'm cashing them in.
Yo, man, this dude robbed me 2854.
Hey, it'd be funny though, and he walk around listening to the video of these motherfuckers.
So that the man,
I'm not wicked.
This dude robbed me 2854. So that the man that is tender among you, that's what he is, man.
Yeah.
He know that. He know that. He thought looking in your soul. It's like, what the fuck you think we doing? I'm looking in your soul.
Really quick, he said that his father taught him with the scriptures, and his father also punished him with the scriptures. So he looks at the scriptures as a grievous thing. All right, he doesn't want to use the scriptures to bring peace and righteousness upon the earth. He wants to. He has something in his mind that he's using to try to bring peace and comfort to everybody. But all that it is just wickedness. He's in the same league with Esau.
That's right, brother. It says what? Verse 28 and 54. His eyes shall be evil towards his brother. You see that? All right. That's right, man. So the person like that, his eyes is literally evil towards us.
God.
You know? Just carrying on with the curses, man. Go ahead, Doc.
It's Matthew 23, and I'm gonna start at verse 29.
Yeah, but you run into that from time to time, man. You know, that's just it. But you stay restrained.
Matthew 23 and 29, it says, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and say, if we had been in the days of our fathers, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets."
That's right.
So come on, man. Hey, you know, a spirit of the prophets subject unto the prophets. Hey, spirit of the 2/3 is subject unto the 2/3, man. His spirit is not able to grasp into the understanding, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So therefore, as he come up, he got to oppose against the doctrine that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has established, man.
Right.
You know?
Yep. It ain't even him. It's that spirit that's on him. This is a spiritual battle. And the kingdom, fools like that going to be right, in their right state of mind.
Probably cooler than the fan.
Right. It's just the hopeful elect. We're fighting for a chance to be the elect. But also, the Lord blessed us with a chance to be the witnesses, to be the audience, the first fruits. That's the only difference between us and the 2/3. That's the only difference, man. Who get to the water first? And then in the kingdom,
get to the water.
If they can even get to it.
Yeah, God.
But they're gonna get to it, but in the kingdom, you know, the Lord gonna have to fill up their cup. So if we can't do it, the Lord gonna have to do it in the kingdom. But first, they're gonna have to be destroyed first, and then be reborn as a baby in the kingdom, because they can't get right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 17, verse. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Then said he unto the disciples, "It is impossible, but that offenses will come, but woe unto him through whom they come."
Right, it's impossible, man. You know, it's gonna happen. As soon as you step up to do this work, the Lord said, "Present your body as a living sacrifice." And He said, "What? Prepare thy soul for temptation." And they're gonna persecute you. They're gonna persecute you and afflict you. All right, go ahead.
Verse 2, "It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he cast into the sea, than that he should offend one of these little ones."
Right, man. So the Lord gonna bake a nice cake for him, man. All right. He's saying it'd be better for you to deal with the damn mafia and get put in the bottom of the ocean and drown than to deal with a man of the Lord. All right, to go against a man of the Lord, man. Because the Lord that's gonna be a judgment of fire, a judgment of pain, a judgment of suffering. The Lord gonna make sure these people suffer. All right, I hate these goddamn people. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, this is Sirach, chapter 15.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this is Sirach, chapter 15, verse 17.
Yep.
Before a man is life and death, and whether him liketh shall be given him.
Baby, you can have whatever you like T.I. said. You can have whatever you like. And we see what he like, violence. So the Lord gonna send him violence. You got a lot of violent people on this earth. You got the violent man, Esau.
He'll send somebody your way.
Yeah. I'm like, you think you tough? We gotta deal with these devils. He ain't tougher than them.
He got somebody for you.
Yeah, because the scriptures tell us we like worms. So you a worm just like me, buddy. And you're gonna do something to somebody, man. The Lord said, "Fear not him who can kill the body, man. But fear him that can destroy body and soul and right here on the earth. Have you walking around like this fool, destroyed, walking straight into destruction. That's more fearful." You know, go ahead.
He had the eyes of a zombie for real.
Yeah,
you did.
They ain't trying to mess our page up when we said don't say it. He tried to say it.
He kept, yeah.
So you gotta watch him, man. You gotta watch him.
Go ahead, say it. Oh,
turn the camera off. Say it.
I'm thankful, man. The Lord got us in this prison, this righteous prison. You know, we are prisoners for the Lord. We can't get out of it. I'm thankful. Like, you know, we got the chain on our neck and not off the chain. Keep us restrained, man. You know what I mean?
But you know, Just like how the dog, once you walk past the fence, the dog know he can't get past the fence because he's on the chain. We gonna run to the edge of that motherfucking fence and bark. God damn it.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, and verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature.
Right, man.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Right, and that's what our people should be doing, making haste to return back to the Lord. You know, remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth, where the evil days draweth not. All right, because the evil days are before us. The destruction and the judgment is before us, man.
Yeah, that scripture, the part of the verse where it says, "Put off thy weak nature." When he was talking about when he was talking about dolphins have intelligence as well. You know, they might be able to say the name of Yahweh Hashem outside. They can't. And also that's a weak nature thing, thinking that an animal has the same level of thinking as a human. Yes, they have a certain intelligence, but at the same time, they cannot give praise to Yahweh Hashem and they can't really do anything other than live and survive.
Different
Well, you know, I don't know if you said it. You know, the spirit of animals go where?
Right.
That's what I try to tell them. We come from heaven. There's a big difference. But you know, you can't speak spiritual things to carnal people.
And that's that weak nature that Jake got to put off, man. Because he might seem strong and high and mighty, but he's a mighty man drinking strong drink.
Right.
I got precept.
Ain't running nothing but his feet and his mouth. Because we don't run anything in this society, man. Be out here threatening somebody, you know. Go ahead, brother.
It's Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
Oh, don't let the mighty man glory in his might because they work out. Can't glory in that. That stuff gets deflated. It gets old. It's worthless if you ain't got no skill. And it's worthless if it's the Most High is on the other person's side.
That's the point.
There's nothing you can do.
You gotta hit the spiritual gym. The scripture say bodily exercise profit of none, man.
Yeah, that's right, man.
It says, all right, Jeremiah 9 and 23. It says, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
Come on, what it say? Let them glory that they know me. All right. His first point that, oh man, hey, the Lord has two names. All right. And then one of those names was the Lord name, man. All right. It's only one name given amongst men under heaven whereby we must be saved, you know. All right. You know, with all this worldly wisdom, all right. He come out and say, oh yeah, yada yada. A dolphin, yeah, has a cerebral cortex the same size of ours. But at the end of the day, man, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gonna have the last laugh, man. By you not being able to remember those names to call on shit. Oh, you gonna have that dolphin next to your ass. Hey, Yahweh, you know, shit, there ain't gonna be no laughing in, man, you know. Go and cry to the gods which you have chosen, you know.
It's gonna be a strong delusion.
Shamu. Yeah, you got three categories of people. Now he said he knew the Lord. You got some that know the Lord, you got some that know of the Lord, and you got some that just don't know him at all. Right? He don't even know of the Lord. He don't know him, and he don't even know of him.
He said it out of his own mouth testifying against him.
Right.
He said, I'm a lost soul.
Yeah.
So that's why I understand. But I still don't That still mean I gotta let you do something to me.
Right.
But a lost soul, they should be
more humble.
Right.
Ready to hear than to speak or to try to teach somebody else something.
That was like you know how when during the presidential campaigning, how they visit these like workers' factories and they schools and they sit down like I'm here for you guys. I'm da-da-da-da-da. They try to act like they're opening up to it's all according to for an agenda. That's all he was. He was just trying to get some wiggle room. Oh yeah, I came off fucked up. They ain't with this shit. Oh now I got to change my approach. Let me walk around one more time and come back. So he came back still on that bullshit, but he tried a new form of bullshit. a new strategy of bullshit, and it didn't work. So now I think he keep walking around trying to figure out another way to come. I promise he probably listening to the video too, man. I'm trying to tell you. The dude's kind of weird, bro. He trying to get up some arsenal together to come back. I promise. Yeah, and his little stuff. His feelings was hurt. His feelings was hurt.
Oh, you have one first. My bad.
This is Proverbs 18:7.
I got it.
Or 6. It says, "A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes." And that word contention means to dispute. So he was using his words, his lips, to dispute against the words of the Lord. Pretty much being in rebellion. It says a fool's mouth is his destruction. Verse 7, a fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snares of his soul. Right. And what the scripture says in Matthew 12:36, it says what? It says, "But I say unto you that every idle word that men speak that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." So everything that he said, he just got condemned. I got he gonna get his judgment in the day of destruction.
That's why it ain't personal with me, man. I'm going to sip some wine tonight, and he never existed. Backspace delete.
Hey, I'm gonna do that eventually, but I'm gonna sip some wine and just think about the folly that he got himself involved into for a little bit before I delete him out my mind. I think it's funny. I think this is hilarious. I might even tell my kids about it. Hey, watch this. I'm started the first 30 minutes in, and watch this. You got a precept?
Go ahead. This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 11. An evil man only seeketh rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. So an evil man only seeketh rebellion. What was going on? Rebellion. Edifying, rebellion. Building up, rebellion. So guess what? That cruel messenger, that judgment, you know what I'm saying? That judgment is coming. And when it come, ain't no remedy, ain't no putting it off. Ain't no, oh, my bad, I apologize. Ain't none of that. Lord's gonna go, no, I'm gonna judge you because I tried to tell you and you didn't listen.
I got you.
Scripture say the rebellion is his witchcraft as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, you a witch and you're a crafty one too. All right. This is Jeremiah. That's how you move. Right. This is Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 21. It says, "Hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bounds of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it, though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it? No, they can't." So the Lord's like, I'm the one that set all this up, and you're not fearing me. And by not saying that he should fear us personally, of us individuals, no, he should fear the message that's being portrayed, because that's the mouth that's what's being spoken of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Right, and even in a battle or a fight, you can't say, "I'm gonna beat your ass." Yeah, you can be confident that you're gonna do it, but the Most High control that.
Right,
man. If you ain't going in there with that mindset, you're gonna lose anyway.
Right. That's how Mike Tyson used to go in there.
Right.
He used to go in there vulnerable, like there's a chance I could lose. You know,
he went in there with the he went in there with the fear of getting beat up. Like I can't go back home. I ain't nothing. I ain't shit up. Like and that would put him in a mindset to go and like devour and conquer.
Put in the mindset to get devoured and conquer.
You chasing pavement right now.
This precept.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. There's many precepts that we're gonna beat this storm out of here.
This Proverbs 13:10. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. Right. So we would be what you would deem to be the well advised, man, because we're hearkening to the Lord's reproof. We have entered into his rest. All right. But hey, he came with contention. As soon as he walked up, he came with the whole combative spirit, you know, the look in his eyes, you know, of hatred and just disdain for the men of the Lord.
Precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they walked in great pride." All right, which he did, just like the brother was speaking on when he first came up before any scriptures or anything came out of his mouth, man. It was just like straight contention, all right? Everything was combative, all right? Shit, the sky blue. Yeah, no, it's a dark blue. You know what I'm saying? Everything just had a rebuttal to it, man. You know?
Hey, man. Who does this? Now, if somebody's coming up to listen, right, they gonna observe the scene, but who does this?
Right.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you know me, man?
That's a demon.
That's a demon.
I'm just listening. You know what I'm saying? It's like being standoffish. Not that I was trying to be in front of the
you good.
but just being standoffish, just for the ones at home that couldn't see exactly what was going on, because he was standing in a way that you couldn't see. We like having front row view for everything. He came up, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, man, somebody's gonna have to slap him. Like, that's my thoughts exactly, because like, had we not been in the truth, it'd have been on. It'd have been on. That's the type of demeanor that he came off. Obviously, most bigger individuals I know, they have a very humble in spirit because they know their stature, and they know they could seem a little bit aggressive because of their stature. This guy, he was acting like he was like my size.
This guy never been hit before.
Oh yeah, he been hit before. Somebody knocked his ass out.
That's the type of person he is. You know somewhere. You know, he got to feel it.
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, oh, I respect
you.
Yeah. That was
yeah.
my dad.
Yeah.
But
hey, there was a video of an Edomite. He was talking to Jake. What you gonna do, boy? Yeah. What you gonna do? Hit me in front of all these people. Jake whooped his ass. And you see him sitting on the ground like, damn, what did I get myself into? Why did I act like such an asshole?
Right.
And you gotta get his ass whooped.
Right. And again, we're not carnal, man, you know, but we just human, you know.
It was a spiritual battle.
And nothing happened. Nobody got harmed. So don't be like, oh, really carnal.
Yeah.
Now we spiritual, man. It's just you got to know when danger is being presented to you. You got to read these people, man. And they little coded talk. They could just turn around and just, I'm gonna do something in a minute. And you got to pay attention to what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Don't be sitting there being naive. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The times we in, man.
Right.
I don't know. All right, go ahead. Let's bring this out and wrap it up, yo. Last one for us.
This book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, starting at verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
I'm gonna do a conference tonight.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushua.
Woo!
Break it down.
And that's our job right there, man. We come out here to destroy the strongholds that's in our people of and that's the Hebrew word for heart, which means their mind, man. You know, just like that guy right there, as the brother Athanya was speaking on earlier, he's drunk in all types of, you know what I'm saying, wine, as in the philosophies, and he's basically dating all their women, which is the philosophies as well. And you know what I'm saying, he basically loved that, and that's it, man.
All right, brother. Keep going. You can break it down.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. You know, and if that demon would have had an opportunity to do that, he would. All right. So you have a lot of Judas Iscariot type spirit people, all right, upon the earth. All right, especially in these latter days, these last times, man, men's gonna be lover of themselves. All right, so we gotta be circumspect, wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right, knowing who our enemy is, not according to color, but according to the spirit. Because 2/3 of our people may look like us, but all Israel is not of Israel on this side.
All right, man, you're not your brother. Yeah. And not your brother, and not your sister. Go ahead,
I'm just, he was talking about earlier how he was looking for peace to his brothers. Should have been looking through peace for from Yahweh Shai. So I'm gonna jump to Ephesians chapter 2, 13. I'm just go straight to the point. But now in Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of Yahweh Shai. For he is our peace, who hath made both one and have broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
He was trying to put that wall back up. He didn't want that peace that comes with Yahweh Shai. He wanted the Esau peace. Yeah. That's gonna bring him in pieces.
Right. He don't want the peace that surpasses all understanding. So hey, man, we're gonna end it there because it's weather, you know. We're gonna say Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Ha, Rakah, Kadash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders, and shalom to you, Akim, and Agwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth, man. Just like this brother here and this brother right here, man. This is things to pay attention to. You know, that would keep our faith going. Not that demonic shit. You know, you deal with it. Hey, you know, it happens, you know what I mean? And you move on. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Hey, I'm say shalom.
Shalom.
Biggest next thing?